Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle.
And I'm Matt.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
And we are Pseudo Adults. Hello, and welcome to episode 161 of the Pseudo Adults program. The podcast, it's actually available in the audio format anywhere that you find podcasts. But if you listener, want to watch us as well, you could become a Space Zambonie YouTube member.
Oh, yeah.
And we're here in video form.
Yeah. Ton of other shows.
Follow me on Twitter, Pseudo Adults.
Yeah, for the low price of 99 cents to whatever you want to pay, you could become a member and you could join us. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you already did. So, mwah.
And if
And
you're
I'm not
an
gonna say
alien,
it
we
again.
come in peace.
I'm not going to say it again. Cancel your gym membership.
Bruh.
We didn't even get into any shows yet.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. You can watch this and I can give you advice on what you should spend your money on.
Wow.
Interesting.
I'm not going to say it again. I'm saying it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I say it every time, but all right, that's
and
fine.
Tony's going to get to his stuff. It's like, the podcast, Space Zambonie, Intertech Warrior, cancel your gym member.
Yeah.
Should be a daily thing. You wake up, your alarm says
Daily
cancel your gym membership.
How do I keep
God.
getting subscribed to this gym?
If you don't cancel it, I swear to God.
I canceled it 40 episodes ago.
Exactly.
The Phantom membership.
I'll find you. Don't worry about it.
And if you're a pop culture fan and wants to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. And if you're trying to break into an IT career, check out Intertech Warrior.
All right, so this is perhaps the most romantic episode of the Pseudo Adults podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
It's
It's Valentine's
going
Day.
up on Valentine's Day, if you know what I'm saying. It's
Happy Valentine's Day,
being
everyone.
uploaded. And,
Bruh.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So just remember that. Love is in the air. Love to all you guys.
Aw, should we
Hey,
hug on
listening.
camera?
No.
Okay.
Our voices are hugging.
Aw.
Make me sad. I'm gonna cry.
What? Bruh.
And we just found out Tony's Valentine's Day present was getting a sweet new do.
Bruh.
I gotta
right?
say, you looking fresh.
You're welcome.
Anyone who's not watching this is
Welcome.
doing themselves a disservice.
Yeah.
My gift better be great.
Oh, my God.
No.
He also got your hair curly.
That would be cool too. I would also appreciate that too. But it's cool.
He
I would
just
also
got like...
appreciate a haircut after like 4 or 5 years of no hair.
Your gift, do you even look at him?
Yeah. I think that's...
I already
good to
look
know.
at him. I think you're handsome no matter what.
But you're more handsome if you get her a
burn
good
this
gift.
finger.
Oh, my God.
I gotta burn my finger now.
Oh, my God.
Throw it out. Trash now.
But so I went to a curl place specifically to figure out how to deal with curls. So if anybody out there has curly hair, try to find somebody who knows how to deal with curly hair,
Embrace
because we grew up just not knowing at all how to deal with our hair. So
The outer curl warrior.
Oh, my God.
that's the next one.
Curl your hair.
You can learn the top tips to curl your hair.
All right.
What was that?
I don't know how to deal with curly hair. My hair's relatively straight, like it's wavy, but it's relatively straight. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Dang.
My dad cuts his hair really short. My dad's hair is really curly. I never grew up seeing anything. My dad just cut his hair. That was it.
Can I hear that scientific explanation of how curls are created?
Steam.
Semen?
No.
Oh.
No. No.
That's gonna make his Valentine's Day real easy.
It's steam curl. So curls like steam, and straight hair doesn't like. Well, curls like humidity, and straight hair doesn't like humidity. So that's why you see people who are like, my hair's so frizzy. I mean, it goes both
Well,
ways.
it's humid
But
out. That's why people complain about they having a crazy hair day.
But to reactivate like products that you put in your hair after like your wash day, because curly hair shouldn't be washed every day. I mean, hair shouldn't be washed every day, but besides that, especially curly hair shouldn't be washed every day, because of the natural oils and stuff that it needs. But for curly hair, once you put product in it, like you keep that product in it. By having the steam, it reactivates the product in your hair. So you don't even
keep
need
reapplying.
to reapply. So his beautiful hair, this is like yesterday's product. And it's
dang.
just, you're just I don't know what you do. What do you do? I'm in bed. When you do your hair, I'm in bed. What
What's
do you
your
do?
secret?
Yeah. So basically, so after the shower, like when you do wash your hair, you put 2 pumps of this. It's like a almost like a mousse kind of thing, and then you put it. Yeah, like a mousse, like you put a full mousse on your head.
Moose
And
on
then, yeah.
Yeah, but little tiny moose dance on your head.
So you put that. So you put that in your hair. You run your fingers through your hair, and then you kind of like scrunch it, and then the curls kind of just go wherever
Flip
they
your head
go.
upside down.
Yeah. So like the most you can do is like you can play with it to try to like make it go a certain direction, but it's always gonna just go wherever it wants to go.
Yeah. Curls do their own thing regardless of how you want them to sit. They're never gonna sit the way you want them to sit.
So basically what you do, you don't use a comb or anything. You have to use your fingers. And then, so what ends up happening is that product stays in your hair, and the next 3 days, right? Yeah. It's just you leave that product in your hair, and when you take a shower, you take a body shower, and then every morning you either put on hot water for there to be steam so that you can re-scrunch your hair and fix it up with your fingers, and then it just stays that way. And that's how it works.
So you could play with it. You could put the mousse in and just have it like fixed, or you could make it like. You could comb through it after the product's in it.
But not with a comb, with your fingers.
Not with a comb, with your fingers.
You gotta rake it through. I wish that curling place would teach you how to curl.
Yeah.
Like
curl
curling.
your hair?
Oh, no, like the little game, and then you get this. You're like,
That's what they make you do while you're waiting for your hair to dry.
The English language is weird. Curling, and curling.
yeah.
Curling.
The 3 C's of curly hair.
Curling while you're curling.
Yeah.
You're curling.
Yeah.
And then they give you like a little curling set for your house. So you
Yep. Yeah, every time you wait for
Every
your hair
morning,
to dry, that's what you do.
I
You
sit
wait
in bed and I see him play curling.
Yeah.
Our floors are messed, but it's cool.
See, my question is about like your pillows. I've been like I don't know. I guess I've gone through like phases of like, oh, it'd be cool to do stuff with my hair. Be like, it's not worth it. Screw it. And then I don't bother, which is true for the majority of my life. But I was like, so how goppy is your hair when you put the product in initially?
Gobby, like how like
Goppy.
Oh, goppy. Well, it's so when you put it in, it's almost like you're putting it's just like regular mousse. Have you ever put mousse in your hair?
Fold.
I don't know.
Stiff.
Oh, okay, well,
How much do you put in?
so just 2 pumps of it, and that's it.
And how goopy does that make your hair?
It doesn't make it too goopy because it's
Not
once
at all?
No, a little bit at first, but then it dries out, and then once it dries out, it becomes like natural. It doesn't look like it's goopy at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's less like gel and more like lighter.
It's kind of like a stiffening agent.
It
a
is
little
stiffening,
bit,
but
then
it's
you
not
rub
as
it,
hard as
Yeah,
gel
then
would be.
You brush it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I've used it a couple times.
Yeah.
But so that's what it's like, so it doesn't get on your pillow and shit like that when you're
No, yeah, it
sleeping.
doesn't
You don't
get
wake up
anything.
in a pile of like
Of just mousse.
when it's
drips out of
also-
your-
Stiff eyes. Yeah.
And they said like everything else will come later when your hair gets a little bit longer. They said like towels and different stuff that you need to use. That's for like people who have longer hair, like girls per se. When
They-
your hair's super long.
Difficulty mode changes depending on how much hair you have.
Yes.
I guess so.
They said
That
it
makes
depends on how long your hair is when you like come in. So he goes back in
April.
and she said we'll talk about it in April. So he's not supposed to cut his hair till April, so she can see what kind of curls he actually has.
Interesting.
So she cut off all the remaining product that was already in his hair. So she said, come back in April and we'll talk about your next steps of
Damn.
what to do. So they gave him. He was having the pampered day of his life. He was getting his hair washed. He was under the dryer. I was sitting there. I was like, wow. Getting his haircut.
It's like a hair transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people in the salon, some of the people's hair is like really, really, really curly, and then some of them are lighter curls, and then so it's a whole different spectrum.
It's
of
like
curls.
customized because
pretty
everybody's
cool.
hair is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like she like forced products on us either, which was nice. She was like, you could get this or you could go do whatever, but like she goes, the products that you buy, the better products are the more expensive products, of course, and they last longer.
Yeah.
So she didn't really force anything. She was like, you buy this or you go.
Well, think
and buy
about it.
whatever.
Two pumps last 3 days.
Yeah. So she said it's a lot of product that curly hair people use on their hair unnecessarily because you can just not wash your hair every day and still have that same product.
And coconut oil, I always remember hearing, was really good for your hair.
Masks are really good.
That you could just...
Yeah.
Doesn't even take a lot.
Helps with dry scalp.
Yeah.
Masks.
Unless you're allergic.
Yeah, and then not so much.
It's interesting because I feel like it's lower maintenance than I like. Before I used to have to gel it and then hairspray and all this stuff. And I feel like now it's just 2 pumps of this thing after take a shower and you're good. That's it. You're just
Fabulous.
Yeah. So it's like lower maintenance.
Lowest maintenance.
Exactly.
The beanie shop. That's the next place.
BaseHandButter.com/shop.
Yeah, oh my God.
I was shook when you got the haircut. I was shook. I was like, you said your hair was all straight.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
you said your hair
So it's wavy,
it's
right?
wavy in the back, and then in the front it's a lot more denser, but it's not fully straight. Like I was like, your hair is not. Like I was like, your hair is not as straight as my hair is. First of all, I go first of all,
not.
there's levels. So once she cut off all the product, I was like, wow, okay. So there's a difference.
No, my hair still has a lot of the product, and it's very,
Yeah.
when you see the sides where it comes in,
Yep.
the actual hair. It's like you got the kooky hair on the sides.
Yep.
And if that were to grow out, it'd be like.
It'd be poofy. Yeah. And it's like, it's all about the products you use and the steps you take to do what you need to do. And it's different between straight hair and curly hair. The straight hair is less delicate, curly hair. I meant less delicate, and curly hair is more delicate. So the more curlier your hair gets, the harder it gets to like color it, for example. When you color it, your hair will break easier than if I colored it, my hair would break. My hair would break less. I mean, it can break. Any kind of hair can break from like bleaching and stuff. But the curlier the hair gets, the harder it is to dye and do specific things. So the more care you have to take with your hair. I mean, everybody should be taking care of their hair, but
Our public service announcement for the day.
take care of your hair.
Take
You'll
care
lose it, and
of
you won't be
your
able to get
hair.
it back. Okay,
Unless you get those hair implants.
and
like
that's a
Elon
lot of
Musk.
money.
Oh, that brings us to
go on,
our
let's-
advertisement.
Yeah,
Elon Ma. Have you seen Elon Ma?
Oh my God. Yeah, that guy is crazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I
like
heard
Elon
about it.
Musk.
Yeah. He can't speak English like fully, and he looks like Elon Musk.
Oh.
So he just walks around going, Elon Ma!
oh my god,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like both you, Tony and Alex, have had like such like you changed up your hair and such cool hairdos over the years that I never knew that like you're like, oh yeah, my hair on a natural basis is kind of wavy or something. I was like, your hair's been incredibly straight. And now I've seen it. It's like it could be curly and have.
I like that versatile.
You got versatility.
I always get so jealous because I was
got
like,
it.
you literally have the option to like straighten your hair or have curly hair. I go, I just have straight hair, and not just straight hair, very frizzy hair. It's like my hair is very like straight, but it gets poofy and like it's not curly. It's somewhere in between that. My
wave.
mom's hair is very straight. My dad's hair is like afro. My dad had an afro with a pick in his hair in high
That's
school.
pretty sick.
So I have it's like not any of those.
My dad had the fro.
Yeah, the 80s fro.
Oh, yeah.
Dang, that's it.
But
Yeah.
it sits somewhere in between there. Don't know. It's not super thick either, so I'm like, okay, cool. But so I always get like you can do whatever, but my hair's so straight and soft it won't hold a curl. Like if I curl my hair, it will hold it for like a half an hour and then go back down the straight. So literally that.
Deflate.
Oh my God.
It literally will do that. Even like blowing out my hair will like last for like unless I like make it as hard as a rock, it won't fully stay.
Oh,
So
It's also
Yeah.
Matt's birthday. Everyone.
Yeah.
Matt's birthday just passed a few days ago.
Yeah.
At the time of this being posted.
it passed over.
Yeah. Did you have a good birthday stream?
Bruh, yeah. Cool birthday stream. Delicious Dominoes with some tater tots.
Nice.
They're new tots.
Nice.
Good. Tasty.
All right, so we got a few other things, some things that we watched, some things that we played. Is there anything where you guys would like to begin, start dive in? Actually, I have one thing, because I feel like you guys have been talking about the Last of Us TV show. I haven't seen it because I'm playing the game now. But I was just wondering, when you're playing a game like, and you know, pretty seriously, does it sort of like infiltrate your brain a little bit for the time period?
Yeah.
So I have two things about this that I was like, shit, it's because I'm playing this game. Oh fuck, well, what was it about?
You're throwing rocks to distract people?
I see bricks.
Beer bottles. I keep forgetting to empty them though.
I see bricks and I'm like, throw.
No. I see we're watching the show Shrinking, and it had nothing to do with the show. There's just a scene where two characters are talking, they're neighbors, and they're on their decks, like high above the ground. I was like, yo, if they had like a plank to lay between, they could walk.
I saw something, speaking of the bricks and the planks. They said, man, this show's missing the most crucial characters. It's like bottle, brick, the plank in the beginning. They're like, they showed the planks, so the planks out of. They do show the plank, but plank. For sure, but yeah.
The other thing was, I think I basically woke up yesterday being like, wow, this is a great time of year to buy a generator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, you're becoming a dad. You're like, oh, my God, you're thinking like a dad. It's a great time to buy a generator. You're like, what?
Because I fucking turned on 5.
Oh, my God.
Or turned off, whatever.
Generators are great to have, though.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
My dad had one, and it was like, after Hurricane Sandy, my dad had one that was like above, so it would just click on automatically. You didn't have to start it.
That's sick.
So anytime the lights went off and the whole neighborhood had the lights off, I had everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everything was on. I could watch TV.
Like the most off season possible, which might be now.
It's very loud though. Very loud.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's like, and it was right next to my window, so if the lights went off like in the middle of the night, it clicks on and it's like a motor. Like it's very loud outside my window, but it's cool. Yeah.
So that's just my thoughts.
No, yeah, I feel like that happens with a lot of like entertainment. Like after you come out of watching like an action movie, you're like, oh man, like I could probably punch somebody and like do this chasing. Yeah. And then like, now I got to give you $1 though.
By that logic, do not watch Saw.
Yeah.
I want to
fucking
kill some people.
I'll give $1 afterwards.
I'm gonna
my God.
fucking kill.
If you survive this game, you get $1.
Yeah, a whole $1.
I can pay my bills with this.
I feel
Probably
like
can't even buy gum.
mannerisms of the characters will get to me. It's like, if I were like to rewatch The Simpsons, my dope will go up 200%. Vocabulary. But you know, playing God of War, I was like, the boy.
Yeah. Yep.
Boy.
I do that to Axel too sometimes. I'm like, boy.
I don't think playing Spider-Man had any of those effects on me.
No.
You already
didn't
live in New
wanna-
York.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to come on your backpack and slap it against the building? Yeah. Oh, I guess that's just me then.
Yeah. I'll get this later.
Come back, it's gone.
Oh, damn it.
It works perfect on hanging photos, specifically in your house. Nobody knows.
Man.
Oh, wet fluid.
Exactly.
Just buy a big piece of nano tape. Just like, there you go.
It's weird when we went over your house.
Everything's
everything was
loose.
Stuck all over the walls.
Yeah.
I thought you were building a chrysalis or something.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to hibernate. I'm ready to cocoon.
I saw that episode
Does
of
anybody want
X-Files.
a drink?
Yeah.
And it's so hard. You're like ripping the
Yeah.
drywall. Oh, God. Oh, that's been on there.
Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah.
He's slapping the stuff in his refrigerator to the refrigerator wall. Anybody want some soda? And you just break the refrigerator.
That's
Did you ever see
amazing.
that refrigerator that's like that green gel? and you just shove stuff in, and it forms like a bubble around it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like a weird gel. It's like a flat fridge, and the whole thing has like a cooling gel that's like gets refrigerated,
Oh,
and the
shit.
gel like slurps up the food that you put in
So you have
there.
to go.
But then it's got like an imprint of the food, and yeah, I'm like, how does this fridge reset itself, and how do you clean it?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
You don't. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's it.
You don't.
Yeah.
That's
You-
what they call it on the ship in Aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, use the cooling.
Yeah.
Like somehow futuristic because it's
Yeah.
gross.
Exactly.
Good luck holding a gallon of milk, though. That thing can't really hold too much.
It's too heavy.
It's so weird. It's like,
There.
this thing's thin. Like,
That's
how's it
interesting.
going to hold soup?
Huh.
Just not a can of soup. You put that in the thing.
Yeah, you
I was like, soup?
yeah. Like a Tupperware of soup.
Yes, okay, Tupperware.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why my mind went.
You were
why
just going to
would
throw
you-
soup in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
I was like, why would you put a can of
That's
soup
going to make my
in
head
the
messy.
fridge? Yes.
I can't tell the difference between this cooling gel and this soup.
I guess I'll just eat it all.
What about a rotisserie chicken? Just
I looked at my iPad and looked at the outline, and then I looked back up, and I have no clue what you're talking about. We're talking about cooling gel. And
Gel.
soup.
Don't mind me.
And the fridges.
My brain went on a different tangent after coming on a backpack.
As it tends to.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
Coming on back.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I did that last night. Just kidding. No. Speaking of kitchen, utility. What are the
Appliances?
Appliances. Thank you. My cousin's really good at like shopping. He could literally like you need something, he will find you the cheapest, most high quality something. He's very good at that. So if you ever want anything, let me know. My cousin can find it for you.
Bruh.
So David can find it for you. He was showing me very beautiful stove. Like it was like high class.
Very beautiful stove.
No,
Let's make appliances great again.
he went, guess how much this stove is? I was like, oh, like it's expensive. It was probably like I was like $6,000, probably expensive.
He's like
He
$20
goes,
on Wish.
More. No, he goes more, and I went what? And he goes more. I went 10,000. He goes more. What? It was like a $20,000-$30,000 stove, and they have to come to your house and measure out and make sure that the place you're gonna put it can fit. If it
Damn.
won't fit, they won't give it to you,
Wow.
even if you have the money. You remember he showed
Yeah.
you that? It was very fancy. It
Talk
was like,
about the elite.
It was very
Yeah.
fancy. They hand make it, and you can put it in whatever color you want to put it in. It's like pretty legit. It's a regular stove, but it like is like double almost. You know those fancy ones. It's like double, but it's very pretty.
No, that price I
But-
gotta be like cookies, and it like manifests cookies.
yeah. At that price, it has to do so. I think it's
Yeah.
just for like it works, but it's definitely like one of those.
It's like just a
luck.
luxury thing, yeah.
Yeah, but my cousin's very good at
Works
finding
the
like
clapper.
cheaper things. He's very good to go to the store and shop with because he won't take like no for an answer kind of thing. Like he's the person you want to take to buy a car. Like he's one of those. He does his research and he knows his stuff. But when he likes luxury stuff too, like he loves name brand stuff. So he likes being bougie about stuff. So he'll show me like he goes, look at this, look how much it costs, like stuff like that. Where I'm like, I didn't even know that existed. But yeah, tangent. But yes, yes, he could probably find that for you.
Bruh. That's pretty sick.
Damn, the fridge.
Yeah.
The fridge.
Find the fridge for us.
Yeah, the alien fridge.
Gel fridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks right off one of those new UFOs that was shot.
Yeah.
Check
Guess
this
how
out.
much it costs.
He'd probably be like, I found this at auction. You should see how much
Oh my
he
God.
would.
You gotta put
Oh.
your dick in it. You gotta see what happens.
Very fun guy to hang out with. Because you'll go to the store and he'll be like, we're going to go here because they have all the name brands, but it's on clearance. Like all the name brand like clothes and stuff. He just got like Balenciaga sandals and he sent it to me. He's like, look at these sandals. And I was like, how much did you spend? He goes, you want to know.
Yeah, I was about
Okay.
to say, if the items are like super expensive, getting them at a discount is still expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna-
He's like, ever since he found Lord and Taylor, he was like, it's hard for me to shop anywhere else. Like,
Whoa.
but you're living like a Lord and Taylor lifestyle on like a normal person's budget. Like, but he doesn't pay bills, so
Whoa.
he's still at home.
He
So
pays his taxes.
yeah, he evades his taxes. No,
my God.
no, he still lives at home, so you have that like at home money still. You know. no kids
Save it
money,
up, yeah.
single life money. You
Save it
know?
up to buy Lord and Taylor
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
He will. He actually tells me like
was on that
perfuming,
There we
like
go.
cologne. He'll be like, go to this site. You can get like a knockoff that's exactly the same as like what the big name brand, like $100-something perfumes for girls. He goes, go to here. You spend like $30-$40.
He's gonna be a Tinder swindler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
might already be.
I go, why aren't you a personal shopper? Is a valid point, but like as in like helping rich people shop for stuff. But you know, to each his own. Yeah.
Well,
So.
is there room in his crew for more?
Yes. He's cool. When we go to the city, he's like, we're going to Lord and Taylor.
Whoa.
Their bathrooms are very
I can't
nice.
shop.
Lord and Taylor's bathrooms are very nice. So if you have to go to the bathroom in New York City,
Go to
you
Lord and
stop
Taylor.
at Lord and Taylor, and they're like high class. You almost going there as a normal person. You're like, I am too poor for this store. Like they
Yeah.
make you feel like if you're not like wearing like the name brands, you're like, you might as well get out of the store.
I'm so
Yeah.
poor, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
shit here.
Yeah. Am I
Just
right?
in the middle.
When you walk into that store, you
In a
almost feel
handbag.
slightly uncomfortable. Am I right? When you
Do
go
you
to
need
that
a
store, you
moist
feel
towelette?
slightly uncomfortable.
I think it depends on your perspective. When I go in there, I'm like, I feel good.
$1,000.
Yeah.
It's clearance.
You feel good, like, but if you're wearing like sweatpants and sweatshirts, you're like,
Well, yeah, obviously they'll go there dressed like a bum.
they like have like all the name
Excuse me.
brand stuff, all the name brand shops. But a lot of stuff, my other cousin's like walking by and she goes, "Is that a potato sack?
Oh my God.
Is that gonna cost?" She goes, "Is that gonna cost me like an arm and a leg for a potato sack?" Like she goes, "Some of this clothes, some of these."
No, yeah.
Designers
Some of the artistic license of like some of these clothes that they have in there is kind of
It's like-
because art is subjective, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes you go in there, you're like, what the hell is that?
Oh, it's
People
spaghetti.
wear that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like spaghetti with like sauce coming off of it.
Here's your meatball on your arm.
And it's like
Naturally.
$10,000 for that dress.
There's like flies all over it.
Yeah, yeah.
How
It's
old
a
is this
replica
dog?
meatball, and then coming off of the, like chains coming off of it is the spaghetti.
That sounds like
fashion.
a cool design.
Yeah, right.
It feels like printed.
Yeah. Not if it was actual spaghetti
No, that's
meatballs.
fucking gross.
I give anybody permission to take that idea.
Go to Space Zamboni, I got that slot shop
Yes.
to get our Space Zamboni meatball and pasta sweater.
Yes.
New design.
Spaghetti link
Yeah,
sweater.
the food for
It's called
thoughts
Mom's
collection.
Spaghetti.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sponsored by M&M's.
You always want to take it with you. You always want
The
to
wrapper.
You trip and fall in the subway. Now you got Mom's Spaghetti
Also
all
buy
over
our
you.
comeback pack.
It's called a comeback backpack.
Yeah.
Prepared fresh.
Yeah. It'll smell like cotton candy.
You stick it on the wall and then come back for it later.
Oh yeah.
The comeback pack. Nice. That's clever.
So, nice side tangent.
And it comes with a plank. Okay. Oh my
Yeah, there we go.
Very
We're back.
cool, we did.
Speaking of video games, there's this controversial new game. Because,
Shouldn't be, but it's fine.
Wow.
well,
Go ahead.
yeah,
It has its.
not the subject material's fault. It's the author not being
Yeah.
able to keep out shut. We've had the conversation.
Yeah.
So if anyone's upset and triggered, so trigger warning for
Skip forward.
Harry Potter related stuff. You can move ahead. We're going to talk about other stuff afterwards. But with that said, there's a new game that's out, Hogwarts
Yes.
Legacy.
Yes. I just want to, before I start describing the game, I just want to preface that I don't agree with the author's beliefs.
Yeah.
I
She's a stinky
love the content. I hate the person who wrote it. I don't believe in what she believes in. I love the content. So it's like hard to walk away because you love, like, I'm very
you grew up
interested
with
in
it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like her. I don't respect what she did, but she had nothing to do with making this game.
No.
The developers worked very, very hard for years and years and years to make this game. So I'm spending the money so they can have the money, kind of thing. I'm not spending the money. She obviously gets royalties because it was her thing, but I, still love the game.
Yeah.
I'm still okay with playing it. I don't care.
They
I
should have
don't
just taken
care what
everybody's
people say.
name
It's just,
and deviated it.
I understand. Don't support her. Don't support her. There's plenty
Yeah,
of
you
other
just
people.
like Harry Potter.
Hogwarts.
What about you can't say that and still
dating
go to
sim.
Disney. You can't say that and still go to Disneyland and enjoy Disneyland because that man
That's a
was
good
also
point.
very, very racist.
Yeah, oh my God.
You
Big time.
cannot go anywhere and enjoy anything
No.
and think that those people were great people also.
You're allowed to like a character and not like
Yeah.
Like the
Thank you.
creator, yeah.
Mhm.
But moving on. So just so everybody knows,
Separation of art and the artist.
Yep.
It's just whatever. It's their beliefs, not my beliefs. But the game's really good. Very open world. Hogwarts Legacy. I'll repeat that. I love the game. There's a few things I wish there was more of. More character
Snogging.
design. I wish there was more character design in the beginning. There's a lot of options, but not really a lot of options. I feel like they limited a lot of options for the girl characters, like a lot of the hairstyles. I wish they almost had a little bit more. Some of the facial stuff, but whatever. Moving on. That's not everybody's favorite thing to do. You can do like crazy stuff. You can make them look really ugly and stuff, but that's like 100. There is options like that. Like I wish it was almost like Saints Row, where you can make like whatever you wanted. I can see why they wanted to focus on the game and not so much like the customization.
That'll be a sequel.
But everything else, customization is very like big. Like you can create your own wand. You can choose what's inside of it.
Whoa.
Like what you can choose, like unicorn, dragon, or
dragon's pube.
or a phoenix. You can choose. So you can choose the wood style of the wand.
Wow.
Even the brooms. Eventually, it takes you a little while to get the brooms, and it takes you a little while to even get to the custom room that you can make.
Can you name your broom like the Numbnuts 5000?
No, no, you can select it, but you can. There's so many side quests you can do to update the like broom and stuff to its abilities. I suck at broom riding in that game. I'm the worst. There's like a time challenge. I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
Is it like Superman where you're flying through
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's actually
suck
the same
at those.
engine, actually.
I was okay, and then I got a new broom, and I was like, "Where does this thing work?"
Wow.
Oh my
It's
god.
like real life. Like if brooms were real life.
I was wondering, do they use the gyrating features like the PS
controllers.
You got to use the
the joystick?
sticks.
Yeah.
The seat adapter.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is that when you pet the cats in the game, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna pet every cat in this game. It purrs through the controller. You
Whoa.
can hear the purring
Yeah.
through the controller. I was
Don't
like,
do the broom.
No, yeah,
No.
don't do the
That's
broom.
interesting.
as
They
far
do the
as I
cat
know, I
purring.
haven't really. I only just got
Won't
to
stop
the.
touching pussies.
Oh my
I've only just got to the broom really, and I just finished like last night the broom part where they explain how to do the broom like the movies do. And so to preface for people who don't know, this game's based 100 years before the movies.
Daenerys.
Yes, literally. I wonder if they came up with this idea and then Game of Thrones was like, "That's mine.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
could do this
God.
faster than you."
Yeah.
Well, Star Wars has been doing that for a long time too. Knights of the Old Republic and all that.
But it's a good game. Very open world. Very like it's not huge like The Witcher huge or huge like Legend of Zelda huge, but it feels very big. You can go around the map. You can go anywhere. You can literally swim in the Black Lake,
That's pretty cool.
which scared me because I was like, I've seen these movies. I go, I know what's in there.
Do you eat
But,
gillyweed?
I no.
Smoke it.
No. Yeah.
You're allowed to dive, but you don't see what's in the water.
Oh.
You see like you can dive for like items to wear. So the items you wear, and you can switch your stuff. The items you wear is based. It's almost like armor, like putting on armor.
Okay.
So to be able to like move up and get more like strength and stuff, you have to switch your items of clothes, which slightly bothers me because I want to wear one set of clothes, and like if I like it, I want to wear it.
Okay, so it's not like old games where you put on armor and it's just
Not there.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
this is like
you
you're
put it on
leveling up.
and you actually wear it.
Yeah, there's so many aspects of leveling
It is
up in
Harry
this
Potter
game.
leveling.
It is like you different outfits, different levels, and then you get talents later on in the game. This you could tell this game is big because you're like I'm like 4 or 5 hours into it because I got the pre-order, which gave you access like 2 days before it launches. I just got to the talents, and you can choose. You can be bad. You can go to dark arts and just do that. You can do all kinds of things. There's a botany. You're doing stuff like that. You're doing spells. You're doing defense. I said you can join a defense league. You can side quests. You're literally running on the main court. Like what I'm doing is I'm trying to do the main story, but I'm getting tracked even without even knowing, to these side characters would be like, can you help me, blah blah, and I'm like, oh okay, I think it's a very good game. It's very big. I've ran into the singing lady. I've run into like the portrait of the singing lady.
Oh, yeah.
What about Mommy Myrtle?
She didn't die yet.
Dude.
It was 100 years before.
Whoa.
She's not dead yet.
When did she die? Is she like a kid in your class?
I wonder. No, because Tom Riddle's not even a thing yet.
Wow.
Oh,
No.
that's how she died. You're right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Tom Riddle's ancestor is there, though. You meet him.
Joseph Spittle.
Very good. Yeah, I was like, very good looking guy, but it's fine.
My future.
I go, very good looking guy. Weasley ancestors. Very good looking. One of them's a very good looking guy.
Rachel wanted to snog so many guys in this game.
You have no idea. No.
Unfortunately,
There's
not.
no romance.
That's why she's
there,
petting
which
cats
is-
instead.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was very upset because I met. So
The
I guess
spinster
it's.
feature.
I guess it's depending on what house you choose. I haven't chosen another house, but right now I'm Hufflepuff because they're the best.
Did you get sorted into it, or did you choose it?
I got sorted into, I think. Do you remember?
Well, so you can do you could do the before you order the game, if you connect it to the Warner Brothers like
Wizarding World.
account and the
Pottermore?
Harry Potter. I don't know what it's called,
Is that
but
still a thing?
Yeah. I mean,
It
you
was
can
when I was around.
this
you can sort yourself into.
you're not around anymore.
Oh my god. He was ghost the whole time.
You can sort yourself into a house on that on their website, and it's a bigger quiz than what they do in the game. In the game, it's like 2 questions. All right, you're this.
Yeah.
But from the sorting thing, I got Slytherin, but I don't really.
Oh shit!
Don't think so. But I give it. I was not
I don't know,
Slytherin.
Rachel. I could see it.
I associate
Murder
Hufflepuff
We
a
Spoke
little
episode
bit.
says
I
otherwise.
like the Hufflepuff a lot better.
So she got Slytherin on the website,
And
but
then I got
we
Hufflepuff
had
in the game.
we had trouble connecting it to the game. Every time we
Which is
tried to
weird.
connect it to the game, it
Whether
didn't
it was
work.
because it was
Dang.
pre-ordered and it gave you like 2 days before.
Oh, maybe I didn't even think about
But it
that.
has the WB account link, right?
I
So
know.
like, yeah,
It's-
because
they're
they have
both
that like
linked.
multiverses and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know, not judging, but it took me like pardon my language, a fucking hour
Whoa.
to try to connect it. And I was like, I just want to play. I only had like 2 hours to play the game when it first came out. I was like, I just want to play the game. So,
So you're a true Slytherin.
no.
Where's my fucking game? I want to be a Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Fuck damn it.
I was just upset because I still haven't received any of the stuff that came with pre-ordering. Yeah.
Dang.
Yet.
Still?
Yes. Still.
Do you have to
They're still
unlock it?
developing it.
I have
Yeah,
to
right.
unlock the hippogriff. I get a free hippogriff
What?
for pre-ordering. Yeah, you get like a rideable mount. You can buy a rideable mount. But you get like a exclusive one for pre-ordering.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
How's processing this game?
if you can't ride a wand,
No, but
there is.
I remember reading that you just jump into being like a 5th-year student.
Yes,
Right? It's like
yeah.
So it's not like you're
Yeah.
like day one. I'm gonna ride a gigantic
No.
creature.
You literally have to wait to learn stuff. So I didn't get to ride the brooms until like yesterday, and I've been playing for a while. There's certain things you have to learn. No, there's no Quidditch in the
What?
game. You get to go in the ring, but they canceled all the Quidditch for
That's
the year.
DLC.
It's gonna be a DLC.
It is, yeah, big time,
Yeah,
100%.
they made it very
Online
obvious
Quidditch
that
matches.
Yeah.
they made it very clear that it's probably going to be a DLC. They already had DLCs out already.
I want to see what the season pass looks like.
you
There's
see
one,
a-
right? There's a season pass.
have
Yeah,
no idea.
I think so. I don't know. I've just been playing the game. But the paintings
Buy the game,
move.
though.
There's so many aspects that they put into the game that that are from the original movies that feel really good. What do you have?
Well, the
anything?
Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade is there.
Wow.
Hogsmeade is there.
much butter
Hogsmeade,
beer
you
can
can
you
walk
drink?
around
Yo.
Hogsmeade. I think I haven't really.
You haven't
I
dabbled
drank
in
the
butterbeer?
initial first one.
Your character.
Yeah.
The first one, the hot guy who you're friends with.
The Weasley.
Weasley guy's hot too, but it's that's a different story. I've gotten in so
guy.
much trouble from him. It's fine. I got points taken away from.
Oh my God.
I got points taken away from my house because of that guy. The other
What?
guys, yeah,
I
because of Ron
solemnly
Weasley.
swear I'm up to no
It's fine.
good.
Yeah. But your friend, you have 2 choices. I don't know if it's again, because I haven't chosen another house, Ravenclaw has the least amount of side story. Yeah. Ravenclaw has the least amount of story plot to it, they said. And then, so there's... Yeah,
Gryffindor's got the most.
Gryffindor has the most because,
Of course. Yes.
I was sorting
whatever. Oh, you were sorted into Gryffindor? There you go.
Nice.
They have the most, so it's good for streaming, they said, the game. Hufflepuff, but Hufflepuff's dorms, I heard, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're like something you walked out, I was like, like it was like each dorm has a different like
They got their
theme
Dolce
to
&
it.
Gabbana fridges.
Yeah.
No, it's just so cozy. It's like cottagecore, but it's like bigger and there's ghosts who go through your dorms and stuff. The headless guy, the headless guy from the movies is in the game also.
Oh
the
my
headless
God.
Nick. And I feel like I'm missing something. Besides me wanting to shag Hogsmeade. You can change your hair at any point. You can change the color. You can change your eye color.
Polyjuice?
Yeah, it's like a salon. And then you can change your clothes. Your brooms, you can buy whatever brooms. You can go to the bars where they serve you butterbeer, and they do have a transgendered person who owns that bar.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Take that.
that's why I was like, I'm
JK.
confused why. And in the castle, so you're going to the castle, and there's one painting that is a witch burning at the stake.
Whoa.
People have gone like this and moved J.K. Rowling's picture to that.
Oh my
picture.
my God.
They're like, they think that they put her in that picture
Wow.
like that. Yeah. So there is a lot of things that, like, I was like, why are people getting angry? They don't even know. They do have inclusions. You can dress like, you can be trans, well, they give you boy-girl options, so you could choose whatever you want, even though you dressed as whatever you want.
That's pretty cool.
So they give you the option to do that. And
I'm
I'm
surprised
like,
that they
they're
don't
being
have a
inclusive.
them option. They
Yeah.
I thought they were
Still
going
boy,
to.
girl.
That's what I thought.
But at least they give you the options to change your clothes.
Yeah,
so
you
that
can
way
change your clothes.
Your hair.
Your hair. You could wear whatever you want to wear.
Even the voice options is,
Even the
is
voice
separate
options
from
is
like your
separate.
gender, so
Oh,
you can
that's
have a
wild.
girl
So-
voice and be a guy and stuff like that.
So
Yeah.
you have the option to. There's so many options. There's so much to do. This game is going to take me forever.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, yesterday I met up with my old policing partner, and so we were talking about like video games and stuff, and he said that he's like, "Oh, I just downloaded Hogwarts," and then Rachel's like, "Yeah, I'm up to this and all this stuff," and he's like, "Wait, how?"
Oh my
I didn't know
God.
you could pre-order and get it 2 days early.
Yeah, so he's like, "How are you so far ahead?" And then the other thing he was saying was that he chose Gryffindor. He said the Sorting Hat gave him something different, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna do Gryffindor." And so then he was like, "Yeah, Gryffindor's dorms kind of suck." And then he
Well,
said,
because you've seen their dorms. Like, it's not anything. You're not
small.
walking into something that's new. Dorms, some of the dorms, beautiful. And then you get your own. I just have to say, their dorms are beautiful. Very naturey, very cottagecore as Hufflepuff. I've heard Ravenclaw's ones are very pretty too. I've seen a few images. I know everybody wants to romance the main guy, the friend.
Oh, damn.
But the good part about that is they make Slytherin like I feel like
Just the sewer?
Slytherin. I feel,
That's where the
no.
septic tank empties.
No, I feel like Slytherin in all the movies got really, really bad rep. Like, they're just people. Believe it or not, Slytherin, Merlin, of the Round Knights Table, was a Slytherin. So it's not. They said it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. There's just some people who are sorted into that group that are bad, just like anybody else.
It's profiling.
"Yeah."
Yes. So the guy that you could choose a girl who's from Gryffindor, or in my case, and then I don't know how it is with everybody else, or you could get a guy from Slytherin. So I chose the guy to be the friend from Slytherin. I mean, you interact with both of them, but I chose the guy from Slytherin, and he's actually like a really
He's a good guy. You
good guy.
could vouch for him. I vouch for that guy, bro. He's actually not
no,
that
he
bad.
like takes the rep for like.
There's a twist later on that he's like the villain.
Oh my God.
Like, you have to sneak into certain places, and like he gets caught, and instead of like ratting you out, he's like, "No, it was me," and he takes all the rap.
Takes the
So
rap.
the Slytherins are
Good
like
liar.
they make it seem like they're all like really friendly with each other. So it's nice. I was like, not all Slytherins are bad, not all and some people's relatives from the older games are sorted in other houses. So Weasley's, whatever she is, the great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother or something, is the head for the household of Hufflepuff. So she's a Hufflepuff. So it doesn't matter who was a Gryffindor or who was whatever in your family. You get sorted to whatever you get sorted.
Harry Potter trivia is gonna be real confusing after this game. So
I
much
know.
lore from this game.
I know.
Oh my god.
It's going to be rough. And you can go in the Forbidden Forest, which is at any point. Any point. He leads you there to kill you. No, you get to interact with the ghosts. There's some plot with ghosts in it. And you can't go to certain story plots unless you get a certain spell. So then you're backtracking. And, so...
Wait, how come certain ghosts can, like, do stuff and other ones are, like where's
They
Dumbledore's
interact.
ghost?
Dumbledore's not dead yet.
Bruh.
He's like a little kid.
No, but I mean in the movies. Like, couldn't his ghost hang out then? Like,
Because he doesn't want to be a ghost.
Dumbledore's guy.
Yeah, when Harry Potter died, he's just like, yo, power of Christ. He's like, all right, cool.
You know, I read something that was very interesting before the game came out about Dumbledore and Snape, and they said it was how bad is it that we assumed that Dumbledore had Harry Potter's best interest when it was really Snape who was the one who actually cared more deeply for him. So why did we associate Dumbledore with a caregiver and Snape with the bad guy?
Because Snape kept treating him like shit.
Mr. Potter.
Well, you have to think about it. He was the reason why the girl that he loved died.
Yeah.
Was because he was born. Not,
It's also...
And the dad was a jerk.
Like, that's
the dad was just a little jerk to him. Though,
still murdered. Harry Potter didn't murder her.
He was a little baby.
No, but because he was the prophecy of him being born, it was because of that. It was because they got together and had him that she. I mean, logically, you could think about that. Like, when I look at you, I see your mom.
Yeah.
And I know she's dead, so that's always going to a little bit irritate me a little bit.
Should have been me, Potter. I should have your mother.
I should have did the goopy stoopy in the hole of wonder.
Supposed to be my boy, Potter.
Did they ever show it? Because we didn't rewatch the last one, but did they ever go back to showing like Harry's dad ever being like a good guy? Because the only flashback we've seen is him being a jackass.
No,
I don't remember.
They only showed one flashback where he was teasing Snape.
They just showed him
bullying
holding
Snape.
Harry Potter, and you're like, oh, he changed. And you assume he changes.
Off screen.
Yeah.
So you tell me the bad boy always wins.
Yeah.
That's what that just taught me was the bad boy always
So
wins.
join Slytherin.
Yeah, and if you're a goth emo guy, nobody's gonna give you a second thought.
Yeah.
Thanks, Harry Potter.
turn to pew 394.
Oh my god.
So you get to interact with all different animals too in the game, which I was just wandering around because you need to get these. So I got to the room of requirement. You remember what that is? Where they were practicing battling each other, where it just shows up. That's your like study room, so you can design that room.
Oh damn.
Even the walls, even the little tiny things, you can go.
Backpacks?
I wanted this color.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
come back so.
You could move furniture and stuff, and you can like make potions and stuff in that room. Literally.
I gotta put on my meat one.
You need these crystals to be able to craft, make things appear that you want them to appear, like rugs and stuff. So I was just hunting for those, and I ran into that platypus-looking thing with the Fantastic Beasts. I ran into and I went, oh, and it looked at me. You can, I think, don't get me wrong, I don't know because I haven't gotten there. I think you can tame like certain animals because it went up to me, it was like highlighted, and I was like, there was no buttons to print, and I think it's a spell. I think because I was just like, hi, and then it went, all right, and it ran back in the water. I was like, and then there's a whole bunch of gold. Do they steal gold? I forgot in that movie.
Oh,
Do they
yeah.
There's a tree with just like mountains of like coins and stuff, and then you just see a whole bunch of them just like all around.
Can you
It's
take
like,
the gold?
No,
Damn.
but I think it's
Because you
just
gotta stab the little things.
Gotcha.
you gotta kill them.
How's the Whomping Willow?
I think I might have found it, but I'm not sure. I don't know if they include that, but they included where Hagrid like lives in the movies. They have
his
that.
hut,
Oh.
and there's just, like,
They have his
another
hut.
Yeah.
guy there.
There's another headmaster. There's another
Groundskeeper Willie.
groundskeeper. There's another groundskeeper. He's a drunk at the moment, and he tends to like those big pumpkins that you see like in the game. Like he tends to those, and he doesn't really do much.
This game makes so much more sense to me now as to why it's the way it is in terms of like big world and all that stuff. It's the same people who made Disney Infinity.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just that, and you have like the creatures were in that. You have like the customization, and you can build the houses and do all that stuff. So a lot of that makes a lot more sense.
And it's very in depth. I get very excited to play it. I'm like, I at least need an hour a day to play it. You
my
know?
God.
Like I get very excited for the plot. There's a lot of deep. You meet all the people who created Hogwarts. You know how they talk about it in the movies, but they never really like dig deep into it. Like there's a few people who created 4 people who created Hogwarts. Hufflepuff, the girl Hufflepuff, she actually pitched the idea to create Hogwarts.
They're all
she was the one.
right? It's like
Yeah.
Godric Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Helena Hufflepuff.
Lady Gaga.
But Helena Hufflepuff, I found out Helena Hufflepuff
Lady
Hufflepuff
Gaga.
married Snape, the guy who created Snape, who created Slytherin. Hufflepuff married the guy who created Slytherin. I didn't know that. I found that out on TikTok lore.
Steve Slytherin.
Steve.
It's funny because it's a snake and a badger, technically, right? That's
Is it?
badgers
What,
eat
Hufflepuff's a
snakes.
badger?
So badgers eat snakes.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, but I would suggest playing the game. Very open world. They do have characters that are related to characters, like I said, like even Tom Riddle. They have his ancestor like in the game, but he's not bad.
He's got a nose.
I don't know. I haven't met him yet, but I've heard it's rumored that you can meet Dumbledore as a kid because that's when he was going to school. Was 100 or so years ago because he's like 120.
Yeah.
He's 100. He said he was 100 and something in the movies.
I'd like it if every time you run into him, he's a different person.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Wait, what?
Just like in the movies.
But they talk about.
Oh, like the actor is
Yeah.
different.
I forgot to say they talk about other magicking schools. Like they don't really. They talk about it in that one relationship movie. Hogwarts isn't the biggest school. It's a school in Africa. I forgot what they call it, but they don't use wands. They use their hands for magic. They said, but it's more like you have to use your intuition more than wands are easier.
Where were you last week? Tony was asking all about this.
Yeah.
I know
was.
they answered my question.
Yeah.
Yes, no. The when you first start the game, you meet this girl. She talks about the schools. Spoiler: the schools in Africa where she transferred from. And how they use just their hands, and they don't need wands. But she said wands are fancier. She was like, I like using the wand because it makes me feel fancy. But she was like, it's harder to master than using a wand. So
she wanted.
Emperor Palpatine.
literally,
So she transferred because she wanted the easy way out.
No, her mom is a professor, and they transferred her over to that
Dang.
school.
Dark arts.
No, she's the fortune teller one. You know, at the time, crazy fortune teller.
My question is you're just playing the plot of the game, or do you have any way to sort of like create your own path of becoming like a dark wizard versus? Like,
You can. It's with the traits.
Becoming a dark wizard sounds like a lot of fun.
I know. I'm very tempted, but I'm like, I want to finish this plot and then create another character and just like walk down the hallways and go. And
I saw like a real thing on one of the social medias being like, me 10 minutes into playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
it's like the woman pushing the chocolate frog. And they're like, Harmonica!
Oh my God.
yeah.
Holy crap.
The issue is you have to like skill up to be able to learn the dark arts skill, and they do have it. But you have to like gain skill points to be able to like.
Yeah. Me and Tony were playing Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
And it was like literally the
You
first
don't
time.
want to be a good guy, nice in the Republic.
Like literally before you even leave to get your lightsaber, we had horns.
Yeah. We're like, I guess we're evil.
That's the only way to play that game. You get the better powers.
Fucking force choking people.
Yeah, just in the middle of the hallway.
Before we even fucking had a lightsaber.
Yeah. We don't need a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, what color you want your lightsaber to be? Like, green.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're so good.
Yeah. We're awesome.
Gotta wear hoods to hide it.
I saw a TikTok complaining about the hippogriff thing that I was talking about. Like, I still haven't gotten it. They're like, I paid for the pre-order and all these extra stuff, and I gotta wait like 18 hours to get it.
Oh yeah, it's unlocked, I guess.
You have to wait till they talk about it for you to get it. Yeah. But you learn all kinds of skills where I'm like, everything just has an O on it, and it's a Leviosa levitation. They have like which one did we always used to make fun of it in the watching the movies about how it just has an O on it.
Well, that's like all of them, though.
That's all, and literally all of the spells. You're like, you couldn't just the O makes it powerful, but you can go to the train station too. I forgot to say that.
Platform 9 and 3/4.
No, I meant like the train station when you get there.
Oh,
It's all on the wizarding side of things. Okay.
So far, I don't know. I mean, you're in the beginning. You're somewhere else other than Hogwarts. Not gonna spoil it because it's part of the main plot. And then you're trying to figure out the mystery. There's a mystery going on.
It's the
who stole my sandwich?
That's right. Tony went. That girl's the bad guy. I think you can go to the
dark
Chamber.
arts.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think eventually you can go to the Chamber of Secrets. I think.
That's like old school makeout chamber.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
The snogging chamber.
You can only unlock the girls' bathroom. You know, the one where Moaning Myrtle is, and I'm like, why? But I know she's not there because it time-wise doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
she didn't die on the toilet like Elvis
Probably
yet.
because the Chamber of Secrets. Probably. It's probably why they won't let you go.
Like as a male student trying to unlock the girls' bathroom, that's
Sure.
Oh my
that's
God.
a life sentence in Azkaban.
Oh my God! You get to go to Azkaban.
What?
I've never. You get to go to Azkaban, and it's really shitty. And they talk about how cruel Azkaban actually is. So if you're innocent and you get found guilty and you stay there, that most likely would change you. Like you'll go crazy. The Dementors are like.
I would want to play as Dementor.
Yeah, they talk about how people petitioned to get rid of the Dementors because they said Dementors are just cruel to be cruel. Like they're not.
Yeah, they make out
They're
with you
not
without
humans.
consent.
They said they're not humans, so they kind of like. They're just mean and they're like torture and make you go crazy in Azkaban, even if you didn't like necessarily do it. Azkaban is just like a dark place, you know, to be. And you finally get to walk in. I'm like, wow, there's like 5 cells in here.
Yeah.
It's like they show you like 6 cells, and I'm like, this is it, guys.
Yeah.
It's like,
One's for you.
yeah. When you pass by, one girl's like, if I could do, I forgot which one she said, one of the dark spells to like kill you or torture you, I'd do it right now.
Wow.
I'd just torture you right now.
She would have to go to that school in Africa. That way she wouldn't need a wand.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Why isn't everybody going to that school?
Exactly.
Like, everybody should spend a semester at that school.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a really strict school.
It's in the mountainside, so instead of a castle, she talked about it's like built out of the rocks.
That sounds sick.
Of
Yeah,
not
sounds
like
awesome.
a castle,
Yeah,
but
where's
like
that?
it's in Africa apparently. But they talk about it. She said that is the biggest wizarding school.
Damn.
Because nobody else wants wands. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's legacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's cool to find out. I was like, oh, okay, that answers one of my questions. So far, very good. It's just there's so much story. It's like I just want to keep going, but it's like there's so much. It's like 60 hours for a normal game,
Wow. Ew. That's a lot.
In a long time.
but it's good so far. What do you think?
I mean, just watching you play, and it seems like you're having a good time.
I wish you play all the time. Okay.
So value-wise, it's $1 per hour of game.
Pretty much, which is
Wow.
pretty good, I guess.
This game, it's a salary.
Yeah, it does.
60, and then that's not. It's for one house. It's 60 hours. For all the other ones, I know Ravenclaw has less like side plot. But the other two, I guess it's 60, not counting like side quest stuff.
But the side quests have to be like similar, right? Because there's no way they built out a game that.
No, yeah, because then they would be making like 4 games.
Yeah, it's got to
Yeah,
be
that's
like
right. It's all
Gotham Knights,
similar,
where it's,
I
like,
think.
Similar stuff.
Yeah.
I
Just different
think
house.
I heard that there's different stuff with different houses, and there's different secrets that you can tap into to get into secret rooms based on what house you're in.
pretty crazy.
So Slytherin has certain
sounds
things, and the portraits talk to you, the armor talk, staircase moves, but they move when you need them. So they just don't move randomly. They move when you need them to like move. So when you go up to a staircase, they move to you.
If you were to fall down those stairs,
Dead.
do they move to account for your fall?
I don't think so.
They move out of the way so you can drop.
They grow
Guy's an
hands.
asshole.
And it's cool because like on you can switch what spells are on like your X.
You quick fire?
Yeah, you're quick, but you gotta like hold down R2 and
Yeah, how is the process of firing spells? I can't
Not
remember
hard.
if I've played any Harry Potter games in the past, but
Yeah.
I feel like whatever. Oh, maybe it was just that Pokemon Go one. But it's just that part sounds like a difficult thing to
Not
achieve in
really.
a game.
Yeah. They made it so you when you're learning it, you're following a symbol and pressing X. It's like quick time X, but you're following the symbol in the direction.
That's like the game.
Yeah, and then after that, it's already set. Like you already learned the skill, so you're just assigning it to the. So you hold R2 and you can press like X square, whatever, and you can assign certain spells, but you can switch them at any time. Like you could be out in the wild and just be like, oh, I need this one, switch.
Yeah, it's like Ratchet and Clank with guns.
What does square do?
Depends on what you want it to do.
No, not like
No,
all R2. So like, what
he's
does
like a
square
regular
do?
square button.
I don't know.
Oh,
R2 is the basic firing, so you're R2, R2.
Because in my brain, like video
Yeah.
games, square is this.
Like punching
No,
something.
no punching. There's no like physical. You're just using wands.
Yeah, so one step. One step.
I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah.
there couldn't be anything more to this game.
There's so much probably. There's probably so much more
Dragons.
that Black's relatives, Sirius Black's relatives, Sirius Black's relatives.
That's the right way to say
Thank
Yes,
you.
that is that is correct.
I can't say it because that's his last name. There's his relative is just like a jerk, and
Dang.
you're like, wow, this family is rough. Yeah, so it's cool to see everything. Apparently, the main halls change per season. They like put up like decorations
it. Wow.
per season.
Time to start time skipping like Animal Crossing.
I know. Yeah, so
With that said, you just have so much more to go.
yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll
That was a
more
long segment, but
progress.
yeah, it was a long game to cover. It's a very long game, but I would suggest buying it. I like it if you like Harry Potter. Yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Okay, so for some reason I want to jump into like something very different. Which I guess everything else that we would talk about is pretty different. Why don't you guys talk about, or we'll talk about MILF Manor?
ooh,
Yes. So, you guys haven't watched it. Kyle watched a little bit with
I've
us.
seen 2 episodes.
Ah.
So
That's
total
amazing.
4
Two
out,
more
right?
than me.
Oh, okay.
And the concept of the show is there's an island of MILFs. Like, not personally that I would F.
Okay.
But they're just assigned the term MILF.
Okay. It's a very subjective term.
Can we have
Yeah.
proof that they gave birth to somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Heavens, yes.
So the concept of the show is that they're on this island and they have to pick between these young guys on this island.
Okay.
And the young guys are each other's kids.
yep.
That's gross.
This is like
really
a
good.
porno?
No.
That's really, really gross. They couldn't have chosen random.
No, it's all each other's kids.
Yep. Yeah, because the
How do I
kids
feel about
also
that?
like older women.
So a lot of
All of them.
Yeah,
This,
all
Yes.
of them.
this brings about so many mommy issues. I can't even handle it.
Yeah.
I
Homelander
literally
there?
feel like throwing
Pretty
up.
much, yeah.
Do I want to
Pretty
see
much
my
all
mom?
Homelander.
Yeah.
Do I want to see my mom make out with somebody who is younger than me?
Ah, you're finding out plots of the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. It's like you already broke it down in your brain.
Yeah.
You're on episode
No. Makes me feel
Yeah.
sick. It's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna.
So a lot of the show is like one guy going, Mom!
Yeah, that guy
Oh
looks
my
like
God.
Mom!
Oh, wow.
God. Yeah.
How young are these kids?
8
they're
or 10. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you said how many are these kids? No, they're not that young, thankfully. The youngest one is what, 20?
I would say 19.
19.
No,
What are you
he's
talking
20.
about?
He's 20. He's 20.
Oh,
Because
he looks like he's younger.
He's not 21, which is legal drinking age for
okay.
us. But the whole show takes place in Mexico, so he's drinking the whole time.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's sloshed one way or another. They either look blasted
you would
high
have
or
to be able to
obliterated.
make out with somebody's mom who's sitting right there.
I don't know. Apparently, there's one 30-year-old that's really like macking it with a lot lot of women. Yeah,
a lot of the moms.
Yeah, with a lot of moms. Yeah,
he's like Rico Suave, bro.
Wow.
He's
actually two guys because the guy that's 28, the one that's
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, he looks like Jerry Seinfeld. He's also like all the moms want him.
Oh, we did talk about this like yesterday or the day before because I said, no offense, everybody here, because I'm the minority here out of the guys. I said it takes a lot. It doesn't take a lot for a guy to date a younger girl. For me, like logically, I feel like girls are very logical when it comes to thinking deeply before doing stuff.
You haven't seen Floribama Shore.
Okay. What I was saying was you have to think about my son's that age. I want to make out with somebody that age. I could never do that.
Nope.
I don't understand.
Well, the 20-year-olds making out with like Mac on a 59-year-old.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's like, "Girl, you're 22.
Yeah.
You're 20. You're the oldest one? No way, Mom." That's like that guy's whole fucking personality.
Yeah, that's it. He gets grossed out when his mom's macking on the younger guys. But
wait, so they do it in front of everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, and that mom's the one that's like, yeah, she's the most promiscuous mom.
Disco mom.
Yeah, each of her kids are from like a different guy and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Okay.
so she's very liberal.
Fever.
Yeah.
She's chaotic.
She's already made out with 2 of the kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
How old are these moms?
That
One
one
is
is like
59.
ancient.
Yeah.
She looks like
One
she
of them's
belongs
my
in a
mom's
sarcophagus.
closer to my mom's age. My mom's like 60 something, so probably 62, 63. No, my
You
mom's,
just gotta open up my bandages.
my mom is 63, so just put that in hindsight.
Yeah, so it's basically...
You're making out with my mom, pretty much.
I think I did describe one as Tutankhamun.
Yes, you did.
She's tooting coming when she's making out with those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one girl's name is So Young, and
Oh my
she
God.
said, when I meet guys, I go, "Hi, I'm so young, and I'm so wet."
Yeah.
Oh wow!
And she goes, so young.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
Okay.
She does that a lot.
And
she also is pretty chaotic, especially with that one thing that happened with her son that he like broke down.
Yeah. He stayed in the pool.
Yeah, naked. Yeah.
Yo, you think he was high out of his mind off like
he's fucking
on
blasted.
Yeah.
something.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And he's talking to the producers and like crew.
Yeah, the cameraman.
He's not even talking to like people anymore.
He's like, oh, this is so real right now, right?
Oh my god!
I didn't sign up for a reality show
bro.
for it not to be real.
Show, it's addicting.
Oh my god!
It's a hot mess.
Wow.
It's gonna have to go on our list.
So, if we haven't sold you on
insane.
the premise of the show, because I want to be able to have an open discussion about the show. The show also has games.
Okay.
Oh,
Games because the mommies,
can we? Makes me feel really uncomfortable.
the mommies have a hotel room, well, like this big mansion, and they all get like rooms. But if you win the game,
It's like Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
the sweets.
Hufflepuffs, but mommy puffs
Mommy
Yeah.
puffs.
and slither snakes, moms.
if you win the
Mom
game,
snakes.
you get like this
Yeah.
big suite with like
Mom
a
claws.
hot tub in it, and you still spend the night with your son.
Oh.
But
What the hell?
Well, they got separate beds.
yeah,
But why
They're big
would you?
beds.
That
but you want to compete
That
for the
way.
suite with the hot
Yeah.
tub.
Yeah, you want to compete with the suite for the hot tub and the sauna.
Yeah,
But first
With
of
your
all,
son.
first with
Yeah.
your son. That's so
that's right.
weird.
That way it's like
Why
you're going
wouldn't you
on
want to compete
vacation.
with?
Do you want to be in a smaller room with your son?
No, I want to be in a smaller room with anybody but my son.
well, they
just
try to
switch-
do that too.
Just give the son over to the other.
They're trying to kick their sons out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My question is, because it's a question that they asked one of the mothers on the show, what is your definition, the difference between a MILF versus a cougar?
Well, it's the perspective
A
of
mom.
it, right? A MILF
One
is,
has a mom. I meant one has a.
Well,
One has
go
a
first,
kid.
You go first. Go ahead. Go
One
first.
has a kid and one doesn't. One, they're both older, but one has a kid and one doesn't.
That's your definition of it.
That's
That's
the main
a
difference.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
so
true.
Yeah.
from my point of view, a MILF is like.
He thought hard about this.
Well, yeah.
Did you read the book though?
Oh my God.
He's read all of them.
There's a whole series of
Like you
MILF
studied up
definitions.
on this while I wasn't around, huh? It's fine.
So
it's cool.
So, like it's. I think it's the wording. It's that like a MILF is saying, "Mom, I'd like to fuck," right? So that's from the guy's perspective. Like this is a MILF. So, and then when it comes to a cougar, a woman could say, "I'm a cougar because I'm going after younger
I could
men."
also go, I'm a MILF.
Yeah, but that's subjective. Like that's
No,
not.
it's not because I fuck me. Would you
Whoa.
fuck me? I fuck me. I'm quoting, you know what I'm quoting.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's the distinction. It's like a MILF can't call herself a MILF because that's like it's the other person that calls you a MILF. And in terms of a cougar,
No, one has a kid and one doesn't. That's the only
That's
thing
true.
that separates
I'd say it's a combination
yeah,
of
it's
both.
a
I
yeah,
think it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's true.
A cougar doesn't have to have
It doesn't have to have kids.
Proof.
Yeah,
They could
Proof that
have
you're
or
a
not
cougar.
have.
I want to see proof that you're a cougar. I could say I'm a MILF and nobody goes proof. If I go, I'm a cougar, where's your proof that you date younger guys?
wait, but
I'm a mom who I consider am sexy. I could also go, I'm a MILF because I think people want to fuck me. You know?
you have to be a mother.
Pardon my
Yeah.
language. Yes, I'm a
fine,
mom
though.
who I
Pardon
think
my
that my
language.
husband would want to fuck me. That makes sense. Oh my god!
The
all
whole
right,
point
all
is,
right.
I feel like
Okay.
the show should have been named Cougar Country or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the son shouldn't have been involved. I think they should have brought in younger guys and made it like
I
that.
just meant the name was wrong. They could leave the plot completely intact, but
I feel weird. It's
I
gonna
agree
feel
with-
weird.
I agree with both your definitions, but I was like, you don't get to decide that you're a MILF.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a boy being like, I want to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
which all the
You know what?
sons want to do.
You're
Yeah.
not right.
So
You're wrong.
Oh my God.
I don't mean to make you compete.
Yeah.
Rachel's very competitive.
it's,
Look, she's got pent up competitive energy. Look, she's shaking with it.
Don't make me lunge right next to me.
so the first game they play is having to feel all the kids' abs to find out which one's their son.
That's so weird.
But the weirdest thing is one of the mothers knew her son's body in an instant.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, I could tell by his shoulders.
Yes, she went,
Yeah.
that's Jose.
Wow, this feels weird. Like no mom is supposed to know their kids.
Yeah.
Your
She's
mom
like,
is
I know the
supposed to
taste of his
their-
abs.
There's one
I already
mom
know.
who doesn't even know which one's her kid, and she's pretending to go down on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Flicks the penis. That's my son.
Yeah. Identify your son by
But she also
tasting his
guessed it
cum.
wrong, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
It was the one that didn't know.
Oh wow.
So.
All right, so
I'm
let's
just
get-
saying this feels weird. I feel uncomfy.
Are they gonna have a spin off of Dilf Manor?
No,
That would
because
be-
that'd be the worst show
That
ever.
would not work.
Yeah.
The
No.
show's already problematic, but I feel like women,
on an
since they got
educational
the
channel.
empowerment of it,
Yeah.
it just is creepy if you do it as the guy
Yeah.
version.
Me and Matt were saying
Gross.
Dilf Dungeon.
Yes. Yeah. Lawyer,
Yeah.
you're like, you are that one from Goodbye Horses, Science of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill style. Everybody's in a little well.
Yeah,
And you're
everybody.
like, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With, here's some lotion.
Yeah. And then
Put that lotion on. All right, good. I'm not doing anything.
Cool.
and
That's it.
Gilf Grotto.
Yeah. Yeah, grandma. And it's in a nursing home.
Can you?
Feed me my pudding.
Yes, I need my pudding.
I need my meds.
I can't. Have we gone to the edge where like they can't think of any more
Like
ideas?
interspecies erotica.
Whoa.
Intergalactic.
Whoa. I mean, we did
It's
shoot
like,
down those UFOs.
That's right.
Space One's a pretty attractive border collie.
Bestiality bar.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're going to have to give that one another 20 years, I think.
Listen, they're going to do whatever they want, but they don't know that they're on a collision course into the
Yeah.
sun.
It's going to have to take place on
That's
like
the B
Noah's
plot.
Ark.
Yeah.
Noah's Ark in
This is what
international
this show
waters.
feels
Yeah.
like. This show feels like at the end everybody should burn up. Like they should be on a spaceship into the
Oh
sun.
my god.
Because
Yeah, watch it. I'm
More
telling
satisfying.
you, it's so like, oh my god,
Oh.
it's like a dumpster fire. We couldn't stop watching it, and we
Wow.
watched the first 2 episodes like 5 times.
Yes.
Because
Wow.
we keep showing people.
I talked about
It's got
it
that
at
word
work.
of mouth
The only
going.
question I have to ask is, how does Gianna feel about the show?
She's hooked.
Yeah,
She's hooked
We've
too?
shown
Okay.
her the episodes
Okay.
too, and she's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, literally, it's like a dumpster fire. You're like
Yeah.
a train wreck. You're like,
Not
can't look
sterile.
away. It's horrible, but I can't look away.
Especially when you have a guy that looks like Jesse Eisenberg, a guy that looks like Jerry Seinfeld,
Yeah.
a girl that looks like she works for Skeletor.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Wow.
One of these girls.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah, you got
Wow.
to watch it and
You'll know.
Send me
Okay.
a picture of the one that you think I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because it looks like she's going, I need to kill He-Man.
But she thinks she's the hottest.
Yeah.
She's got that personality.
Overconfident.
But she is getting the guys. The guys are like
I guess
playing
her
into her.
confidence.
Must be her
She's got the
confidence, yeah.
pheromones and the confidence.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just want to bang an older woman.
I don't know.
Options are slim.
Oof.
It's their mom or another
How many
woman.
moms are there?
8?
I feel like 8 or 10.
Yeah.
How many
You can bang
kids?
8 women except
Eight.
your mom.
Yeah,
No, oh
same
my
amount.
god, gross.
Yeah, it's
But-
literally
I was
their
like, you
kids.
can bang 8 women. I go, no, you can't. You can only bang 7.
One of them,
But one's your mom.
one of them was shy. He did get like 7 women in a night.
One mom said, yeah, I like all of them but this one. And she said her son.
Okay.
And the kid goes, come on, Mom.
Yes.
And she's like,
Yep. Yeah, it's like, which way do you mean that by?
yeah,
It's like, would you rather?
come on.
Would you
Mom."
rather?
Oh my god.
Would you rather bang 8 women, but one's your mom, or would you rather? Or would you rather only bang
Oh
one?
my god.
This is a question for you.
Or would you rather
books.
only bang one, but it's your mom?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? That's not a fair
no,
trade.
Losing options.
No, it's not. Would you rather bang 8 women, but one of them's your mom, or would you rather bang one woman and it's your mom?
But why are you banging your mom in
Why
both
do you
scenarios?
still have to bang your mom?
Because you would be
Yeah,
still,
like the
because you
8 option
still would
one
be,
sounds like, all
Yeah.
right.
You still would be banging 8 women,
There needs
but
to be-
one is your mom.
You need to be like,
You could be like, Mom, stand aside.
No, how about this?
You
if
can
you're
give
my
pointers.
mommy, please move.
How about this?
Unless it's
Would
like a
you
glory hole
rather?
situation. Like, you
Yeah.
don't know.
Would
And
you
it's like,
rather?
That's there you go.
I have a good one. Would you rather bang 8 women, but one's your mom, or would you rather bang 1 woman, but your mom's watching?
There you go.
that one's bad.
That one sounds a little
Yeah,
better
we're
than the
getting
other one.
closer and warmer.
I
That's
feel
it.
like you could still do that with the 7 women.
Yeah,
Just
give
be
it-
like,
Yeah.
No,
to the
separately.
side.
It's all separately.
Are you a producer for Discovery?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I might
so.
be.
She's pitching a new show.
I might be. Don't test me.
Guess the hole.
Guess which woman's hole is your mom's?
Glory hole lane.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one
Glory
is your
hole
son?
gutter.
You'll never know. No, it'd be like, did you just blow your son? You'll never know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you watch the show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I gotta hear about this other show.
Yes.
Floridabama?
Floribama Shore.
Floribama
Florida,
Yeah.
sure.
That's also a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
So in my head, hearing the word shore come after it means it's like the Jersey Shore concept.
Yeah.
Which I'm not even super sure. They're all living in a house together of sorts.
Yes.
Yeah, for like a summer,
The summer,
a month.
More of a swamp hut
Yeah.
with swamp ass.
Yeah, they live near Shrek.
Are they cousins? Are they all cousins? It's not a cousin kissing event.
Nasty.
So
No,
they
thankfully it's not a cousin thing.
yeah, they all work on like a beach or whatever. They all go into the house to try and like grow together, but they're always at each other's necks, except like 2 girls or whatever, because they're like best friends for sharing a room.
Yeah, so it is the same concept of Jersey Shore, but it's Floribama, which is apparently its own shore. It's like Florida, Alabama shore.
Mhm.
It's probably like
So-
on the verge of each other.
Yeah, border.
So you have a group of people that go to this house that, like Matt said, that it's supposed to be like a weird self-discovery thing, but you're working like this summer job at the beach.
So Jersey
Or,
Shore.
or that's what they played off as, because they're going to this house and they're like, all they want to do is get drunk and slam people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discovering
I'm like, oh.
yourself.
Self-actualization.
Well, the Jersey Shore people are pretty rich, so like in the end, like they're pretty. They have their own show now, again, but they're actually parents. They're like half of them are
See.
parents now. Like the girls are married and have kids, and they're still friends, but they're still making money off of that Jersey Shore. It's the best decision they've ever made.
Their kids are gonna have their own Jersey Shore once they get to the age.
It's like that 90s show.
Yeah.
Some of the guys
Yeah.
don't have kids. Like you can guess which guy don't have kids just based on the show.
We need someone to go have a soliloquy right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's me?
You volunteered.
So
Alice goes to get water. Oh, is Matt switching?
so
Maybe. Yeah.
Have we switched before?
Not for this one.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So you can tell which ones from the Jersey Shore don't have kids because you can tell from the original show which ones don't have kids. So Paulie, the main guy, Paulie Shore, doesn't have any kids.
Sure.
The guy who always was fighting with his girlfriend. They literally were always like fist fighting each other. Always. It was the couple that always were like at each other's throat
They have
in
kids?
Jersey Shore. No, they're not even together anymore.
Oh my God.
And she's not even on the show. First of all, she refused to be on the show. But he's like always in trouble with his girlfriend. He's always cheating on his girlfriend. Like I forgot what his name. Ronnie? Was his name Ronnie? Alex, do you remember the guy who was always fighting his girl?
You're welcome.
Ronnie
Remember?
Weasley.
Ron,
Oh my
I think his
God.
name was Ron. He was always they
that
were
big
always
buff
fighting
guy?
each other. Yeah, they were always buff. He like flipped her bed or whatever one time, and yeah, he flipped her bed one time, and all this other stuff. Like they were always. You don't remember?
I never seen Jersey Shore.
I've
seen a
what
few
we did for the
episodes.
parody.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I just know
I've seen a few
Snooki.
episodes.
That's
Snooki
it.
drunk on
With
the
the phone,
beach.
the duck phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Diddy was there. Yeah.
I like her being drunk on the beach where they have to escort her off the beach.
Oh my
Do
God.
you like Jersey Shore?
No, I was never a big fan of it. I just have watched episodes and clips of it where I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The first one where all they want to do is like bang when they first get in, and they go to clubs and
Isn't that the whole show though?
That's
and they work.
yeah. So
at a
this
church
show
store?
is that, but with like more crazy shit constantly.
Yeah, more fights. They get into bar fights a lot. One girl pees on the bed in the first episode. She gets so trashed that she doesn't even pee on her bed. She pees on like her roommate's bed.
Like on purpose or like because she's trash?
Like she thinks. I guess she thinks she's on the toilet, but she's sitting on the edge of her roommate's bed.
I've never been
and she
that drunk in my life.
She just pees, and then she rolls back over into her bed.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And she just like sits like she's on a toilet,
Yeah.
pissing right onto her.
Oh
like,
my God.
Friend's
I've
bed.
never been that drunk or like I thought I was in the bathroom, but I wasn't.
Yeah, and then the next episode, or maybe even the same one, she like pisses in a trash can.
Yeah, the second
Oh my God.
episode, I
They
think,
call her pissy, like Snooki.
on the beach, and then she's flashing random strangers.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
She's
and,
a Snooki over time.
no, the other one.
There's another
crazy enough.
Snooki. There's
What?
one that's not even the one. Yeah, the girl that pees on everything isn't even the one that gets banged.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. So the other girl.
I thought
is like
Snooki used to get banged.
Oh, this
So-
this other
forgot
girl is
that.
the Snooki. She's so problematic.
Yeah, she's the one that causes drama like every freaking episode.
What's her name?
Snooki's not
Nelsa?
even Italian.
Nelsa.
Did you know that? Snooki's not even Italian.
believe it.
She was adopted into an Italian family.
Oh.
I forgot what she is, but she's not. They're all like super Italian apparently. Italian, no, of Italian descent.
Did you do
as
a
well.
23andMe?
No, they just in the
Damn.
beginning they were explaining how their mom, whatever, blah blah blah. Backstory.
Yeah, and this show doesn't have like the duck phone. It has the
Alligator
phone.
phone?
So if you weren't sure they were copying Jersey Shore.
Oh, it's like a blatant,
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
way better. It's such trash TV that like, it's so bad. And then there's this one guy who I call him Superman because
Oh my God, yeah. It's like a bunch of dummies living with Superman because this guy's like.
that's
the
why I
scout,
love
yeah.
this
He
show.
sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
Oh my
you
God.
once you see him, you're like, They're Superman.
Yeah.
This guy.
He's like the biggest.
Yeah, he's got the biggest arms,
guy.
biggest chest, and he's like, listen, I don't like that you talked badly about this girl.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like he stands up for everybody, and he's like the voice of reason for everybody in this house.
Wow.
He wears a cape and everything.
Yeah. They call him Cap because they're saying he's Captain America. But he's fucking Superman. And there's even a point where like they're at a bar fight and he's like, sometimes you need to just resolve with talking to the person and leaving. And they're like, well, why do you always have to be the just and moral one? You should just kick the shit out of people. And he's like, no, I don't do that.
No. And then he broke down crying, being like, I got brothers then. I gotta. If I can't do this, I can't beat somebody up and get thrown in jail. I gotta be a role model.
Wow.
Superman.
Yeah.
It's so strange to see like a bunch of trashy people.
But now I feel like they're gonna manage to break him. And he's
That's
what we were saying. But it didn't happen in season 1.
Not yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
the whole season.
Yeah, we watched the entire season.
Wow.
Oh.
It was train wreck.
And the Snooki girl is chasing so hard after Superman because he doesn't want anything to do with her.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine.
She literally flashes her boobs
At a window, just like to try to.
And he's like,
Oh, he's literally cleaning the house.
yeah.
And he's like, look, I want to just clean the house and go to bed.
wow.
Yeah.
Like, what the? It's so funny to see this guy who should be like a meathead just being
And he's
Superman.
such a nerd.
Yeah, he is.
yeah?
He's like a nerd trapped in Superman's body.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like they did the Velma brain swap on him.
Dude,
The Scooby.
he's my favorite character the whole season.
Yeah, he was
Wow.
great. I was like, man, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Gotta add that to my.
Is that what kept you watching, or was it just the trashiness?
It was
Both,
the
I think?
trashiness.
And seeing what Superman was going to do.
We wanted
It
to
was like this was like the best Superman show.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. We wanted to see what would break Superman.
Nothing did. He hasn't found
Wow.
his kryptonite yet.
Wow.
Well, there was one kryptonite.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Oh.
It's mommy's.
Yeah.
He went to MILF Island? What happened?
He stood up for his mommy.
Yeah, he was on the wrong show, but
Yeah. Oh, man, it
if
really
he was in
seemed like
MILF Manor, he would have been not Superman at all.
Oh, yeah, that kryptonite. That last episode is, whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So he likes moms.
Yeah, he hangs out with all the moms. Like, none of the girls he seemed to be vibing with. He had one girl
Except
that he,
Caleb
like, hung
Joe.
out with. Yeah. And they treated her like garbage.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
He treated her very
Yeah.
respectfully.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super duper respectfully. Yep. And
Could give off the wrong vibes to people.
then all the moms, once they came rolling in, he was like, all the moms wanted him.
Oh, and Gohan's in the show.
Go on to the show.
He's got Gohan beast
Oh my
mode
god,
hair.
yeah, there's a Saiyan in the house too. So you got Super
Superman.
Saiyan and Superman's.
Yeah.
And they're both the more reasonable ones
gotta-
of the show.
Oh, my God.
So they have to fight.
Not so far. They're like bros.
They're actually the
I don't
bros.
want to give a spoiler alert for the ending, but yeah, you could see their bromance.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's blooming. I gotta pull up the picture of this.
It
And
sounds
they're
like
both
that's how
going
they.
to the gym together too.
It sounds like that's how they should sell the show. We've got Superman and a Super Saiyan on the show.
It's how they
insane.
sold it to us.
Yeah. We're like, oh my god, his power level.
Everyone else is farmer with shotgun.
His hair is so hot.
What streaming service is this lovely show on?
Netflix, and Paramount.
Wow.
And Paramount?
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I see it.
James.
That is high
Oh,
hair.
wow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you even? You gotta blow dry your hair to get it up that high.
I guess it's worth mentioning. We watched one episode of this show on Netflix. I haven't watched any more of it, but it's an interesting concept. And I think I even saw an article that like they treated the contestants inhumanely.
Oh, I watched more of that.
You watched
I
more?
did.
Which one?
The one that was like a Squid Games reality.
Oh, the 100 or whatever.
Yeah. Physical 100.
It's a Korean reality show inspired by Squid Games. And
Korea-
it's also on Netflix.
Korean, like even Korean pop singers, they're notorious for like making them starve. And,
Whoa.
like you need to be this skinny to like women have passed out on stage while singing like K-pop because they like tell them no, like she'll be eating a bag of like M&Ms. They snatch it away from her in the middle of like a conference.
Wow.
Like if you look up Korean pop stars like passing out on stage, there's a whole bunch of them who just pass out.
Don't they like force them to have plastic surgery too?
Oh wow.
They're like, you want to be famous? You're gonna do what you need to do to be famous.
Yeah.
You know? So, anyways, I'm sorry I cut you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna glorify it in any manner.
no.
I was just like, matter of fact, like this looks like a weird, interesting show, and so Alex said you watched a little bit more of it, but they spent it was like an hour-long first episode, and I feel like they spent it's like when you're introducing the characters, like, oh, this will be like a few minutes. I think it was like more than half of the episode.
Oh my god,
wow.
yeah.
I think it took 40 minutes because there's that many, I guess 100 contestants, and they
Wow.
introduce every single one of them.
Oh, wow.
Walking
So the whole-
out, and you see like how they're fit in a different way. I won a tough man competition. I'm a gymnast. I'm a pro runner, like, you know, Olympic runner or something like that. And like
It proves who can do it.
and so I'm guessing each episode is 1 to 2 different feats of strength or athletic ability in a different way. So the first episode was everyone. There's a giant. What do you describe it as? A cage above them.
Yeah, monkey bars, cage.
Yeah, and they basically need to hang on however they choose as long as possible until they fall into like a pool.
Okay.
And
Of
so,
slime?
And so,
I don't
so you see like
Slime Time
you
Live.
see like the guy that could like move monster trucks with his bare hands, you know, be the first one to fall and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then like those people that last the longest make it like 13 or so minutes.
I'm gonna guess it was a gymnastics girl.
And I don't remember.
I was about to say because it probably was a gymnastics.
There was
girl.
one who was in that type of that like she had that background, and she was like one that was, I think, just hanging on normal style the entire time and like made it so long. I think she was the second to last one.
Because they do
something
the
like that.
they do the bar flips where they're flipping. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
She literally is
Everyone's
taught
on-
to just swing her body and support her
I was like,
whole
yo,
body.
If I was in that competition, I don't know if they would have let me, but they didn't seem to have any problems with it.
I'd fall immediately.
I would have climbed on top and laid down.
You know,
doing amazing.
you know what I would have done? I would have just immediately, because I
That
can't
would have been
support
me.
my
Yeah.
So
gone.
turns out that is whoever was the first one to drop is ranked the lowest out of 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
So all of that is a ranking process. It was just preliminary before any of the games.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah. So and then from there, the next one is whoever was in first place got to choose who they're gonna fight.
Oh,
oh.
Yeah. So they play like a game of keep away with the ball, and you either have the choice of a wrestling pit or like a playground like area. And
I'm actually pumped to watch it, like
it was like watching Ninja Warrior, but like
on steroids.
yeah, it was
Wow.
crazy.
I'm
So-
pumped.
I wanted to see because we were watching that one. I don't remember if it ended on a cliffhanger. It's like who actually fell. So I went home. I was like, all right, I got to find out who fell. I need to see who fell. And then they did it for the second group of 50 people. And then that was it. They started ranking and fighting each other. And there was like the one guy who was 2 MMA people. And he goes, hey, instead of like playing the keep away with the ball, I challenge you to like an MMA fist kicking match.
oh my god.
Yeah. And then you have the other guys who like ranked really well in the bar hang, who just sort of like, I'm gonna choose a female because I know she's gonna lose the wrestling.
Oh my
match.
god.
Wow, jeez.
This
Yeah.
sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
This
was
sounds
fucking nuts.
This sounds fucked up, but I totally would watch it.
You-
I like Ninja
God.
Warrior.
Yeah.
I used to watch it as a kid. I used to be like, oh, like super excited about it. So
You can have a dude that like ranked higher than this girl and just be like, I'm gonna MMA fight you.
Oh my god.
You had there was actually the She-Hulk girl who's on the cover, who's like this big fucking girl, gets challenged, and I think she picks an MMA guy, and he pins her down and is kneeling on her stomach so she can't breathe.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And they fucking, the people in the crowd were like, stop, stop, stop. And it was a girl yelling it. He goes to her, just like, shut up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, this show is fucking
How
nuts.
can Netflix allow that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I totally would watch this.
I
Like,
feel wrong to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this
it
show is
feels
crazy.
messed up, but
Holy
like
crap.
it's like Can't Look Away Hunger Games.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Jeez.
And then a lot of like the skinny people were challenging like the bigger buffer people.
So they could get knocked out.
No, so they could do the obstacle course one.
Oh.
So their idea was, I'm just gonna grab the ball and run around this course, and they're gonna be too slow to get me.
No,
And
that's
then
not-
like both times the big guy gets the ball, puts it in the corner, and just like played defense on it. And this shit, it's crazy. Yeah,
So it seems like the bigger people have the advantage
it's sometimes.
over. Yeah. But that's so mean. I was like, that's mean. But it's like it's like a train wreck. You can't look away. Here's another one. You can't look away. It's like
At that point, is it like an elimination contest? So okay.
Yeah. So once they do the fight, it's 1-on-1. So 50 people are knocked out.
oh, shit.
And I don't know what's next after that because I didn't get past that.
Wow,
Jeez.
Yeah.
that's nuts. All right, cool. All right, so jumping topics. I guess it's Netflix, so that'll be my transition. Another Netflix show I just finished up was that '90s show.
Whoa.
Okay. So you guys haven't seen more than like the
I haven't seen any.
It's the first.
Who gets
I
pregnant?
want to watch more. I do.
Donna.
Whoa.
Oh, I mean, Kirk.
We haven't seen we haven't seen any of it. So this is
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
I won't be too specific about it, but I thought it was a fun show. I'm not saying it was like I liked it as much as I used to like that '70s show,
Right.
but I think they're doing a solid job at like making it seem like a realistic continuation of the characters, especially the established ones. Dare I say, in terms of the new kids, at least one of them has won me over. I think the Kelso kid does. The actor does a really good job portraying him, and for whatever reason, they gave that one the most depth of any of the new characters.
Really?
And I was like, they gave this character a good fighting chance to actually become like a likable, like I'm rooting for you type of character.
Oh wow.
Obviously, the foreman's kid, who's the main character of the show, is sort of like there. She's doing her thing, but I was just like, I don't know. I kind of like Elsa kid more. And yeah, it's like if you were to be like, yeah, this kid's the Ashton Kutcher's kid, you'd probably believe it. He does a good job. So,
Wow. Interesting.
I think and it's like a mixed bag. There's like the gay character. They spent there was at least one episode where he was like kind of like had like the A plot of the story, and when they were able to actually give him like the depth of like diving into his character and like his insecurities, especially in like the '90s perspective, I guess it was good. And it's just like when he's on the side giving snarky remarks is when I was like, shut the fuck up. but when he actually is, it's all about him, and it's done well. They have there's other characters where they're a little bit more shallow, but I guess they're trying, but they haven't won me over yet, even though the first season's over. I also like the main what do you call it? The neighbor friend.
Yes, yeah.
So she's cool too. She does a very good job too. She's a cool, more unique character than they, let on initially in the first episode, and I think she's well portrayed as well. So it's like I think the new cast has their moments, but like anything with Kitty and Red Foreman are totally authentic. They sprinkle in. But Donna shows up a couple more times, and then Fez ends up having like a story arc at the end of the season.
Really?
Yeah. and he's great. I had totally forgotten. Do you remember that he had like a rival in the show?
Oh yeah.
Bring that back.
Oh.
And, like the last, maybe it's the final episode, but I forgot. I was like, oh, I love this because he does other stuff. I think wasn't he in Community, and he does other things too.
Probably.
I was like, I forgot that he's done all these things since then. He's such a established guy too, and like the show's not like perfect. The thing that bothered me the most about the show was the circle, like when they're well, first of all, my criticisms of it is they are way too blatant about the fact that they're smoking weed. I feel like they always manage to kind of like just talk around it just enough to be like,
yeah.
But this time they're just like, I got a bag of it, and like waving it around and like, it's in his jacket, we have to go get it. And they get like stupid about it. that part's a little stupid and shallow. So when they're doing it in the basement and they're turning the camera around, it's more like a transition in post. It goes whoosh. I was like, that was not a casual turn.
You know what they were using probably for the original one? It's probably a lazy Susan that they put the camera on and they went spin it like that.
360 camera.
Yeah.
So there was one exception, and I was kind of like, I was excited that like what I noticed about it, and in my head this is the reason why. There was an episode where they actually did it correctly for whatever reason. And then the episode ends, and it said it was directed by the actress who plays Donna.
Oh!
So I can imagine her being by the camera like, we're not doing that. Yeah. We're doing it like this. Yeah. I thought that was, I mean, in my head, if that's true, that's cool.
Yeah.
Laura, Preppa, and Harry.
Yeah, even that first episode, I remember when they first did the circle, we're like, what the hell's going on? Like, why does this feel off?
Yeah, it was like a blur.
Yeah, it's like a blur and then a hard stop.
Yeah.
I was watching this episode. It was one of like maybe the last 3 or something like that, and they're having it, and at the very end I was like, oh my god, I think they've been doing it correctly this whole time, and I had to rewind. I'm like, oh my god, they actually are like putting this together like real people. Whatever.
That's
before
cool.
They used to do it in one take.
Yeah.
Circle stuff.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get a line wrong. So they wanted to like,
well, that's why it's a lot of laughing and
So that's why like this show, they're like, oh well, actually I think we could do it so you could get a line wrong. It's like that sacrifices.
Yeah. It seems so awkward to be like, I guess every sitcom would be like this if they only filmed an episode at a time. Like the first season, the audience who comes in must not know anything about the characters, and like if they're like, kissing and having moments together, the audience doesn't know shit about what's going on.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, this isn't authentic at all. They brought back Leo, Tommy Chong. He has a couple different episodes, like moments in episodes, and he's totally authentic, and his character is still. They did a good job with all the returning people, but it wasn't that heavy on like the characters that I haven't mentioned. Means that they aren't that there.
Prominent.
Right there. But I think it was an entertaining show. Each episode goes by like zoom, and they announced it's coming back for another season.
How many episodes?
10.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you show thumbs up.
I want to watch the rest of it. I enjoyed the first episode.
Yeah.
More than Velma, right?
Yeah.
Oh, more than Velma? Hell yeah, bro.
So I kind of forgot. It's Thursday is when the shows go up, right? It's the last 2 episodes of the first season of Velma. So I'm excited because why not? This dumpster fire of a season ends.
Yep.
But you guys saw it, right?
Yep.
Have at it.
I wish I didn't.
Spoiler alert. I guess I don't want to know exactly what happened.
Right.
Just if it's possible to talk about your thoughts around it.
I think it could be done.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, so what I said at the beginning of this is basically what they're doing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So the characters are developing into who they're supposed to be, and they kind of start doing that now.
I wish they did it from the beginning. I feel like it would have been a much more solid show.
I feel like I would understand where they were coming from if they did it from the beginning.
If they had hints from the beginning,
big time.
It was like the last 3 episodes they started doing like.
To me, it just felt like the last 10 seconds of the last episode. They're like, also,
by the way,
yeah, it was like, whatever.
And then on top of that, even with that, I still feel like they would have to punch up their comedy. It wasn't anything that was really like laugh out loud funny. Like there may have been like out of the whole season, like 2 parts that we chuckled.
It was like one. Then the first 2 episodes or first episode.
I thought the Swamp. What was it? What was the Swamp King, or what was it called? It was like this the
Fog King.
Yeah, Fog King. I thought that was funny. They did it a bit too much, but the concept of Fog King, Fog Queen. Yeah. I might have chuckled.
And then
it's fine to chuckle. It's just like they do need to like pick up their
pace.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not.
And then they do like 2 bad jokes behind one.
Yes!
It's like they realize that the first joke didn't land, so they try and cover it up with another joke, but that also doesn't land.
And I literally the last 2 episodes, I think they made another joke about race. I went, And I sat there and I was like,
Oh, with Fred. Yeah.
If you,
I literally went, I understand, but I don't. At the same time, it's like
I think we're past the point where we just talk about race like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like so
like, it's a
old
joke.
school now.
It's not a joke. It's never been a joke. Let's move on.
the thing, well,
And on top of that, they
I literally
Yeah.
went, all right, I understand, but like if it goes one way, it can't go the other way also. It's not funny. That's not funny. And I don't find it funny because I'm like, to just rag on somebody over and
it's
over
not,
and
not
over
in
and
a
over.
Scooby-Doo show
No.
where like
Yeah.
it doesn't fit here. It doesn't make sense here. Like I understand what you're trying to do. Like, oh hey, we're like super woke about
Rich
it.
white guy.
I
don't think
white guy
Harley Quinn
didn't
ever
know.
did that.
If your
either.
whole show is saying, yeah, we're woke, and then you're literally saying in dialogue, like, yeah, we're woke, and then you're saying, oh, yeah, on TV they wouldn't do this, and we're doing this constantly. Every fucking episode. It's like, bro, it wasn't funny the first episode. It's like, you're trying to be like, oh, yeah, here are the tropes, so...
It's like, well,
It's a stereotype.
think-
It's like you're stereotyping and you're making it like a joke. Like stereotyping has never been funny and it doesn't land and it's not a joke and it doesn't land like haha. The white
The
rich guy.
Simpsons does it great.
Yeah.
The Simpsons has done so
But there's
many
a way
like,
to do it.
stereotypes and
There's
shit like
there's
that,
a way
you know?
to do it that's funny and then there's a way to do it just by you like
Or it's
calling out that
offensive.
one
Yeah, just-
offensive. It's
Just make them that character and make the show.
Yeah.
If you cut out like me and Matt were watching the episode and we're like, man, this probably would have been like an okay episode if all those stupid like every sentence you're trying to spit out a stupid joke. Like if you cut all that shit out, it might have even been.
it flowed better. It would have flowed better. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I so the way I see it is they're trying. It's like they're trying to do Rick and Morty, the Harley Quinn show, and then also like Family Guy, who does joke after joke after joke, all in one show.
doesn't work.
and they're
it
also
doesn't-
crapping on the tropes of the
That's
original
the show.
material,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Every
like,
time.
Yeah.
It's every episode. Every episode they do
Yeah.
that.
Every time they reference something from Scooby Doo,
and it's almost like, oh, you know, but
it's like a little nostalgic and endearing to be like, oh hey,
Yeah.
here's a Scooby Doo thing, and then they're like, isn't that fucking dumb?
Yeah.
The hallway running.
and this is a
Yeah.
girl who
And then do
this
it
is
again, like-
the director's a girl who like says she's a fan of Scooby Doo. Where
and her show is actually funny. The Mindy Project, we watched it like, all
does
right, we
she
got to
write
see.
for it though?
I-
You know,
it's a good
like does she
question.
write
I
for it?
think
a writer
so.
on The Office before that,
Yeah.
so she
True.
she was a writer.
But no, it was actually funny.
yeah, we were like, uh-oh, where did Scooby-Doo go wrong? Where'd
Yeah,
Velma?
Yeah.
Well, so I think it's an experimentation, right? Like they're trying to see how this is going to land, and clearly it's not like landing, but it's getting the views. So I think they still
hate
have the
watching.
ability, but they still have the ability to like correct what they're
Yeah,
doing.
big
They're
time.
lucky they have the ability that it's getting the attention it's getting to be able to
even
if
get
they
it,
do
yeah.
to be able to get a second season.
That's
Like
because people love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I wish they would just see, okay, we did something wrong here. Let's bring in other people maybe to look at the writing and, you know,
I'm just worried about now what are they going to do in the second season
Yeah.
now that they're building up these tropes
Did
to
they
fit
already
the
write it?
original
Yeah.
formula.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worse, bro.
Yeah.
Especially Shaggy being high all the
yeah,
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
They already brought it in the last thing. I think it's the last thing he says. It's
Sorry.
Like, oh.
Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
you started becoming more like the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a huge exception.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
yeah.
they mention it.
But no, yeah, I think they have the ability. I just hope they don't mess it up, right? Because they have
It's a tight line.
well, they're lucky enough to even get a second season,
Yeah.
right? Like, so they have the ability to actually course correct now because now they can see what everybody's saying. Like, even like I think you mentioned it before, where Gray Delisle. Who played like Daphne's voice in like Mr. Incorporated and all that stuff. She was even like, she just put a post up saying like, oh, Jeepers, when they were saying that Velma's the worst like show on IMDb. And it just goes to show, it's like you can't see that and not be like, oh, we can take these criticisms.
Or now the second season, they'll be like, well, Twitter's gonna get mad about this, and they're just gonna say it in the fucking episode.
Whoa.
It's
Well,
like
so-
the issue is the reason why I think Alex is correct is because the way that Mindy responded to people hating the show was, oh, they just don't know what they're doing. They just don't know what they're saying. Have you ever seen that interview where she was sitting there?
Oh, God.
She was making fun of the fans for not liking the show.
I don't want to see that one.
I went, what?
I believe it. I believe it. It's the energy, bro. I can totally see it.
It's
being
like
that way.
just assuming because you're a fan that you can make a good show. What?
That's like a Shyamalan phenomenon.
Yes.
Shalom.
Can we start a podcast?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Shyamalan phenomenon.
Shalom phenomenon.
That's a new name. You're Numbnuts 5000.
Oh god.
Now, and even the mystery of like the last episode, I was like, bro, this is dumb. Like, it was every turn was obvious.
Yeah, it wasn't a mystery. It was like it would. I feel like it would even be better if they switched the person who it was with the other. I can't even say. I won't say. But if they switched it with, I can't say. But it's fine. We'll talk about it later. But if they switched who the villain was, then it would end up being a little bit better than what they did. Because I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
Sorry, what?
They're back from Shalamalan phenomenon.
It just seems like we've been saying the same stuff since episode 1, where it's like I thought it would generate more like, this is interesting, like the stuff that's changed over it, and it really hasn't. So I do feel like 50-50 about like if the show, I mean the show's continuing, but like while I would want it to be a fun show to watch and enjoy ourselves watching a TV show that's Scooby-Doo related. I the other devil on my shoulder is my Cupid Yee, if you will, from the South Park episodes. Is just be like, no, let this show just lean into whatever it's trying to do. Let it get Abbott's system and just be that show. Maybe just like they'll see like this is the criticism. Oh, just you wait, motherfuckers. We're so punk rock. And then they'll do some other Scooby-Doo thing another time, and then everyone will be happy again. I've been Jerry Springer. Why can't we all be friends?
True.
All right, so now we're gonna go into the very similar mode of just something that we've seen that I believe Tony and Rachel have already watched.
Yep.
I watched a couple weeks ago, and it sounds like Alex and Matt only just watched it. The movie The Menu.
Yeah.
So you guys just watched it.
I'll let you guys have a spin.
Will Ferrell was part of it. Not in the film, but he like executive produced it.
His name in the credits.
Interesting.
I'm like, what?
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I like the humor of it, but I feel like it was too artsy for my brain.
It wasn't a horror movie.
No.
It should have been a suspense, maybe.
It made me think of an A24 movie.
Thank you. It shouldn't have been listed like a horror movie because it wasn't.
Yeah, there wasn't much hunting down.
I agree with that.
They did have like a hard cut where it was like
the actor is great. I forgot his name.
Chef humor. Oh yeah, the guy
He
that
plays
played
Voldemort, right?
Yeah, Voldemort, and he was
Yeah.
and he was a tooth fairy in Red Dragon.
Yeah, he's very, very good. I think he carries the movie for sure.
I like that he was basically just wearing white chef Voldemort robes.
Yeah, literally. Literally. I go, he's a good actor, so he carried the movie. I go,
Don't eat the food.
Yeah.
Taste.
yeah, taste
And then
it.
later on, he's like, eat the food.
Yeah.
That's how it's about to taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the broken emotion. Mm-hmm. That got me. I was like, oh man, this is savage. I like it.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought the movie was fun. I enjoyed it, and it was very unique. So I just appreciate for that. It was a very small, like, main part of the movie took place all in one place, and of course, it had those like close but not close enough escape plans. You know, with the guy showing up and being spoilers, in on it.
But I don't feel bad for like at the end. How the ending was, where she was on the boat. I don't feel bad for all those other people who were left in.
I felt so confused about that. I was like, why does she get to go for getting a burger and asking for it to go?
I'm like, can I have the burger too?
Yeah, why did anybody else get it to go?
Yeah, they were all
I
really
think it's
chill.
because
and
she wasn't supposed to be there. Like the whole point was
Yeah,
she
yeah,
wasn't a
everybody
bad
else-
person.
They all accepted their fate at that point.
She wasn't
So
a bad
dumb. That was
person.
dumb.
He invited all those other people on purpose because they did something.
Yeah.
I like the one girl be like, "Did you pay any student loans?"
Brown
She goes,
University.
"No, my dad. No,
You're
you
dying tonight.
Yeah.
I thought what's his name? Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh,
John
yeah.
Leguizamo.
Because it seemed like he made a movie that he didn't like, therefore
Yeah.
he was going to die. So I was
That
like,
was funny.
I'm not sure, he might have done some like bad money things, but I don't know, for some reason his character didn't seem that evil.
Yeah, I
It was
agree.
just he was
I
in a
think-
bad movie.
I think they
And
were
Rachel
trying
thinks
to
he deserved to
cast.
die.
Oh my god.
From what I read, I thought they were trying to cast somebody else, and they couldn't get that person apparently.
John
And then they're like,
Leguizamo.
"All right, I forgot who they
No,
were."
so the reason why he was gonna die, I remember now, is because the whole idea of it was like being of service to everybody else, right? So then he was saying that actor. Like in the movie, the actor was taking on roles just for the money instead of for the service of doing a good film.
Oh, so it's the Nicolas Cage style?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that, but it was
But
just
it was
like,
so only because you saw the movie.
It was like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
I saw it on
justifications
my
of
day off.
why.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I had one day off.
I feel like the
was
people
awful.
who should die is the I think the food critic, because she ruined so many people.
Ellen.
I think the
With her
people who
tortilla.
stole money, the guys who stole money in that company, I think they were. I don't think the wife of the guy should have died because the wife
Yeah,
didn't
she
really
wasn't
do
bad.
anything.
Yeah,
It was
Or not blatantly bad.
It was the husband who was like dating girls because it looked like their daughter. Like you're gonna walk around that one. And the guy who brought the girl knowing that she was gonna die.
Yeah. So
That
wait,
guy
did they
sucked.
did they all know that they were gonna die?
No,
That
it was
guy
the
knew.
guy.
That guy
Only
knew,
that
right?
guy.
For whatever
Okay, okay.
reason, but that was the other thing
'Cause
that
he
was a little
worshipped
confusing.
him.
What
He worshipped
confusing
him.
was like, wait, this has happened before, but he knew that they were gonna die.
He I feel like he was like one of the chefs like in line. He worshipped the guy that the ground the guy walked on, and he was like wanted to prove how stupid he actually was and that he's a sheep kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
the thing was that he knew everything, but he wasn't good at it. He didn't know how to cook. Or
Yeah.
anything like
He couldn't
that.
execute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was willing to bring somebody to kill
Butter.
somebody.
Yeah.
You know, so that makes him a bad person, is like worshiping the ground somebody walks, but not putting the effort in to learn the craft and stuff like that. And like also to bring a complete stranger made it even worse. I think that's what gave him a death sentence, was that him bringing not the girl that he said he was going to bring.
That was the
So
one
instead
guy
of
that
going
they
by
had the email
himself-
correspondence, and he's like, "You're
Yeah.
gonna die." I said, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, instead of just going by himself when the girl can come, it was no. Now
hired an
I'm
escort.
gonna bring a random girl to come to the thing and get her killed.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she survived, was because he set her up to die when she was the only one that didn't really do anything.
Well, the reason why she didn't die in the whole burger thing was because she was saying that
got
he was
lucky.
just as bad as everybody else there, because like originally when he was doing the burgers he was happy because it was of service and stuff, but now he's like this rich snooty guy and he's doing
Not of service.
yeah, he's no longer being of service to everybody. So then she brought it back and like, hey, like, can I have a burger?
Yeah,
And-
she made him
She made him
realize
happy.
that.
Yeah.
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 Made him
simple
happy
gal.
at least
Yeah.
for like a couple minutes, and I was like, okay.
Like this actress hasn't eaten a
She
burger
got lucky.
in her life.
That's no. She got lucky stumbling into his office. That's all it was. Is
Yeah,
that she saw
yeah.
the photo and was like,
yeah.
yeah.
I like the way that he mixed up the cheese like with the meat. Is it right when we made the patty?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It made me very hungry when
yeah, I'm getting hungry now.
I'm
thinking about
getting
it.
hungry now. thinking about it.
And they're vegan.
it was legit.
Yeah. So that's it was HBO, right?
Yep.
Oh, you guys said Netflix. That when
Cancel your gym
you
membership.
were, it was HBO. You were wrong.
It was on HBO? I thought we watched it on Netflix.
Oh, it's on more than one
HBO.
streaming
We
service.
watched it on HBO.
It was HBO.
Really? Because I thought it was on this. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. But I thought it was on Netflix because it
Think of
Well,
all
no,
the
it
people
was
that
HBO.
canceled HBO to buy Netflix because you said that.
Yep. I messed them up, I guess. Sorry,
How
guys.
dare you?
Do you
That
think
was
he
quick,
sent them an
though.
email being like, "You're gonna die tonight," and everybody thought it was mix up, a
Dine?
Yeah, we're gonna dine tonight. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's just a misspelling.
Yeah. Whoops.
The N in dine was like size like 4 font.
Yeah.
They weren't even tied to those fucking chairs when they were just
No,
marshmallows.
they had delicious marshmallows wrapped around them.
Did they just accept all of their fates? That they
one
were
was like,
just bad
thank you,
people?
chef. Thank you, chef. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
You know, I wonder if
a little cartoon.
I wonder if it's like them realizing that they're bad people. You know, like I think that's the idea they had, is that them realizing, wow, I'm a shit person and I really wasn't a good person, in them and like accepting it.
I thought it was more of them realizing like, oh, at least like she wasn't supposed to be here, so at least she gets to go.
But I don't know.
Well,
I feel like they had no choice either. So
Well, no, they didn't.
My problem with the movie is the fact that I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh shit, they're cooking people, and they're gonna have to hunt down
Yeah, I
these
thought
fucking
they were
people.
gonna have people being cooked and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Artistic movie.
I was going to ask about that outside. We're going to hunt you and chase you down
Yeah.
scene, because did anything come of that? They
No,
just brought
Trailer
them,
footage.
Yeah, that was pretty much it
they
because
brought them back in.
I forgot
and
we
they
watched-
continued the movie.
we
one
watched
guy got
something
like a
saying-
dessert.
You know, I think
Oh.
I watched something saying that like that was like a symbol of like if you think about it, so none of the women got to run away.
Yes.
They all had to sit there and talk about like how they were some way wronged at some point.
Man's
So it's almost like the men get more opportunities to leave and run than the women ever do in this world. So that was like a symbol of like, you had the chance to do it. You had more opportunities than I had, and you took that opportunity to run.
And I also
You know, and
think
without saying anything.
I also think it was dumb that during that scene, the lady's like, yeah, well, killing everyone was my idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it proved to be a funny moment when they're like, all right, fuck it, let's drink this wine then. But it's like, for the movie's purposes, I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's dumb too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that girl kind of did murder somebody.
Yeah.
Then she got why is she still able to leave? She was bad,
Yeah.
even though it was kind of like
But not-
Self-defense.
yeah.
It was like in a specific situation where you like you had to be. It wasn't on purpose. Like that chef shut down people's restaurants
Yeah.
based on her actions. Like that girl who was going to college stole money on purpose. That guy took bad roles on purpose. Like without being pressured to do so. That guy cheated on his wife with people who look like his daughter on purpose. What else? There's a whole bunch more. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
those guys did all those bad things knowing it was something bad. That guy brought the girl to the island on purpose. Like, it's like they did it without having a gun to their head to do
But
it.
then he just straight up killed the guy who owned the island.
Yeah.
drowned him.
Well, that guy
Yeah.
seemed like a jerk because wasn't he the one that was also embezzling the or
He was
like
embezzling
fabricating the
with
money?
the
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Opened your restaurant. And
yeah.
Well, I think that the whole theme of it was service, right? Because if you're getting paid for a service, but you're not providing that service, I think that was the whole
yeah,
idea
especially
of
as
it.
an escort too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the
service industry. Yeah. Makes
I
sense.
didn't get that, but now I know.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they let her live because of that. Usually escorts get the bad rap.
Yeah.
I think it was because it, like, whether she was like a memory of being like lower than what he was, like when he was working in like the burger business, like they were like of lower class, of lower. I wonder if she like, he felt like a bond being that she was probably the only one in the room that was of that origin.
Oh, I think it was more of that, like she had a service and she was doing her service. She wasn't like all the other people where they were providing a service, but then in providing the service, they were actually like doing things that were wrong based on whatever their service was supposed to be. Like the film actor taking the
Yeah,
wrong roles
no,
and stuff, and
yeah.
like the people embezzling money. Like people are giving you money to do something specific. That is your service, but then
Yeah.
you're gonna go and take the money. That's so you're going against what you're saying your service is. So, but she didn't do that. She went. she did exactly what her service was. There was nothing where she was stealing money from any of her customers or anything like that. So there was no reason for her to be. But remember, she was still gonna end up dying until she realized the whole theme of it, which was like, oh, you were happiest when you were providing service, and when she called him out, that's the only reason she survived. It wasn't any other reason. But I think that's the whole point of it is like, when you're providing a service that makes you feel good and you're doing a good job at it, it's different than when you're doing it for money or you're doing it for some other reason. So I think that was like the whole idea of it.
No, yeah, I agree with that. That was pretty much it. But then it's just dumb that everyone's like, yeah, okay, we'll die. Because even he's like, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't try harder to fight and get out of here.
Yeah, he said you probably could have, yeah.
And then they still don't. At that moment,
Yeah. Just knock everybody out with a chair.
yeah.
I was like,
That's it.
yes, but it was also a nice lean hour-and-a-half movie. So, I don't know which one I want more.
That was the movie service to you.
Yeah, that's where you just sneak in a little bit of the old Shyamalan phenomenon.
Shyamalan phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
All right. So I guess with that, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Pseudo Adults podcast.
Was there a
Any
fact that
optimism?
you had?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We were.
okay.
It was.
And there's also a Batgirl, a Batwoman.
We're running quite long. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
No, let's do it.
I could
Let's
cut
do it.
mine if you want to.
No,
do
just cut me saying that.
Whoa.
Okay.
You guys, you might think we're done, but we got some fun fact.
have some-
Plural, maybe.
Yeah. Yes. I have Valentine's Day facts
Oh.
because it's Valentine's Day. Okay, so Valentine's Day was first celebrated in Paris in the 1400s. Yeah, and then also candy hearts were originally made to be like medical lozenges.
Lozenges?
Yeah,
I believe that.
and then they started making Necco wafers, which are candies now. Yeah. So they used to be lozenges along with Necco wafers.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. So
Wow. How romantic.
not really great, but whatever.
She critiques her own.
It is what it is.
All right, Batwoman.
Oh, well. Batwoman episode. This one is all about Alice and being the fear toxin thing. Right?
Okay.
So last episode, she knocked out the guy, and that was her kidnapper. And now Batwoman finds him, and they're like, "Oh man, he's knocked out. And why? It's the same Mother Dearest. What the hell's going on?" So she goes to save her fake brother, the one with the messed up face that keeps changing people's faces.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and they go there, and he's like, "Well, I was on fear toxin, and now you're gonna be on fear toxin." He just places the fucking thing on her mouth, and then she's tripping fear acid for the rest of the
Wow.
episode. Right?
Oh, okay.
So, if this episode was in real time, we probably would have just seen her going like this in the chair the whole time, because it was mostly her fear. So, anyone take a guess at what her fears were?
Bats.
You said baths?
Bats.
Oh.
Bats. Like baseball bats.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah, man.
Okay,
Bananas.
Yeah, her cousin.
do you have a guess?
MILF Manor?
Oh my god.
So,
Call back.
her fear was apparently not the kidnapper. There was another one, the Queen of Hearts, which was his mom, the kidnapper's mom. And
You were right. It was a mom.
Yeah.
See?
Wow.
Told you guys.
And all of her fear toxin things were her going to the mom, and the mom being like, "You made my tea wrong, you bitch."
What?
Oh.
Yeah, that was all of her fear toxin
Wait,
stuff.
what?
Was making tea wrong.
bitch.
Yeah, so it was literally like, "Your tea, you made it wrong," and then she'd like slap her. She'd pour the hot water on her hands. Everything was tea related.
Oh.
It was so dumb.
So was the fear really about tea then?
Yeah.
It more so seemed like it was about tea, being blatantly
Interesting.
honest. And then the other side of so that's like the quote unquote B plot. The A plot is Batwoman trying to interrogate the guy to find out where Alice is. Right.
Okay.
So that's the
A plot. Okay.
And in the middle of it, he's like, "I'm never going to tell you where she is," and he slashes his throat. So, by that logic, what usually happens happens.
They're usually
die.
still alive
Yeah.
in Batwoman world.
Exactly. So Batwoman calls her nurse sister and goes, "How do I help him? He slashed his throat." So she's like, "Oh, put pressure on it and then staple it." So that's what she does.
Oh boy.
Puts pressure
Where'd she
on
get
it.
staples from?
Oh, she was in their office building.
Oh,
And Staples sounds like the
It
worst
must have been
option.
a real superficial cut, huh?
Oh, apparently. No, it was really deep and gashing.
So it completely fixed his severed blood vessels.
Yeah,
Wow,
and then you
that's
still able
incredible.
to have full conversations with her for like another half of the episode.
Oh, she wasn't done. Yeah.
No, yeah. And then,
Wow.
so they find out where Alice is, the actual dad of the security group thing. He's like, "I'm going to go find her," the leader of the Crows. And then he's like, "Well, what Alice really wanted you to do was to kill me. That's what she wanted." Which, like, none of the math adds up to that's what she wanted at all.
huh.
Makes no sense.
Interesting.
And then turns out that he's part of the reason that Batwoman's mom was killed, and he had Batwoman's mom's head in his freezer.
What?
So then Batwoman kind of just like kicks him over in the chair, and then he's like,
Oh my god.
my
Thank God for Staples.
right?
Yeah, no, he's dead now.
Oh,
That one killed him. And then the dad comes in with Alice and is like, "Oh, what did you do, Kate? Why did you kill her?" And she's like, and then she drinks a bottle of Tennessee right from and that's the episode ends.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So now she's jaded and upset.
Wow.
Oh.
Were these medical staples?
No,
These regular
these are
staples?
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Seems
I'm
reliable.
happy with my answer.
Seems reliable.
Happy
Yeah.
with that answer.
So now I know if I'm bleeding out anywhere, just
Yeah.
staple myself with
Yeah.
a normal
Yep.
staple.
Fresh and staple.
With
Yep.
normal staple.
Yep.
Normal
Normalized
staples.
staples.
Yep.
It's coming from a medical professional.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, that episode was oof.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many bats out of? I don't know how many
yeah.
bats are there.
14 bats out of 152 bats with 4 wings.
That's
So wait, does that mean it's double the bats?
No, they just have more wings.
Oh, okay.
you're just super bats.
Mutant bats.
Gotcha.
Is Floribama Shore a like a better Superman show than Batwoman is a Bat
Yes.
show?
I would rather watch all seasons of that show before watching another episode of Batwoman.
But Batwoman's still more enjoyable to watch than Velma.
It is. The episode it's still so silly that it's ridiculous. So
Nice.
Interesting.
pulls that off.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Pseudo Adults podcast, brought to you in Technicolor.
By the Shyamalan phenomenon.
There's a Shyamalan phenomenon. Whoa, everybody, did you hear it?
No, it's just you.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
in
way-
your head. Did you guys hear it? Right? Everyone heard that, right?
I told you I was gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm Matt.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel, I guess.
This is Tony.
And I'm Kyle. Where am I?
Yeah.
And we are Pseudo Adults.
Oh no, we're aging exponentially.